To service, London Jewelers is a trusted, authorized retailer for the world's finest watch brands. Join us at the London Jewelers Annual Watch Fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th. London Jewelers, since 1926.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM841631, MSRP $26,980. Zero security deposit and 1031.25.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Up top for Schneider, shot, scores! Might have been tipped in front by J.T. Miller with 2:49 to go, and the Rangers go up 3-0.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Doan across McLeod, shoots, and a save made by Shesterkin, who hangs on.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Off the draw, this is sent down the ice, off the stick of Dahlin, bullseye. 4-0 Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. New York Rangers hockey starts right now. Now, here's Dave Starman, and with the play-by-play, here's Alex Thomas.
I'm not sure there's a place you'd rather be on a Saturday night. The Bell Center in Montreal, an Original Six matchup for the 718th time. It's the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens. Good evening, everybody. I'm Alex Thomas alongside Dave Starman. And Dave, this is, in the words of some people, the Mecca. You come here, you play here. This atmosphere can be considered unmatched other than some buildings like MSG, maybe one of the only places that compares. We talked this morning about embracing this. J.T. Miller, he's been in this atmosphere before.
I'll tell you this, having worked for the Montreal Canadiens for 4 years in the scouting department and being at a lot of games here, especially on Saturday nights, you're right, it is religion up here. I don't think people quite understand what the Montreal Canadiens mean to the city of Montreal and to the province of Quebec in general. Hockey is religion up here, and this is the biggest of big deals, especially when an Original Six team comes in. And you're right, embracing it is a big part of it. And when visiting teams come in here, you can either get overwhelmed by the moment or you can enjoy the moment. And I think for the Rangers, it's a matter of feeding off the energy that's in the building. These are one of these environments you don't play in a lot during the season. So I think for Miller as the captain, the message to your team is thrive in this environment. You'll never, ever see it like this in other places.
I thought it was interesting this morning when we talked to Mike Sullivan. He mentioned embracing this. And, you know, he talked about, look back at the Four Nations face-off last year, was in the building with Team USA. So I'm going to be interested to see how that goes. JT Miller's played in this situation. Couldn't agree more that that's going to be a pretty interesting thing, because this is not your normal road game, right? I mean, this is you've been here, like you just mentioned, this is very different.
I mean, I called the World Junior Gold Medal game here between the U.S. and Canada in 2017, and I thought the roof was going to blow off this place at different times in the game. The Rangers, though, have to treat this while enjoying it. They have to treat this as a business trip. They've got to come in here. They've got work to do. Now, they're 2-3-1. They've got points in 3 straight road games. That's great. The Toronto game, they outplayed the Maple Leafs. It almost felt like a loss. Even though it was an overtime loss, it didn't feel like one of those games where, yeah, we outplayed them, but we still lost the game. And moral victories, obviously, that's not what you're looking for. I think tonight is the night where you can bring your game over the hump on the road and reestablish yourself getting back home this week.
You and I called the game Sunday at the Garden against Washington, and we said toward the end of that 1-0 defeat that, hey, if that's the way they're going to play, they're going to win a lot of hockey games. Fast forward Tuesday night against Edmonton, Thursday night against Toronto, they generated a ton of chances. The expected goals look great, Dave. They just haven't gone in. But you and I talked earlier today. It feels like it's just a matter of time if they keep playing this way.
I think so. I mean, even early on, that narrative has played itself out in a lot of Mike Sullivan's briefings, but it's not really untrue. I mean, the bottom line is if you go back and you look at every offensive zone chance that they've had this season, you can make the case that they should have 4 goals a night. They just haven't. So now you're starting to hear people saying, well, do they need to go out and get more scorers? I don't think so. They've got scoring in the lineup. It's just a matter of where they get those scorers into. They've got to get a guy like Lafreniere a little bit more in the interior. They've got to get Panarin a little bit more in the interior. I do think that's important. I can't overemphasize how much they miss Vincent Trocheck, because with Trocheck being on the ice and being in that top 6, that moves Sheary back down to Laba's line. Laba's line was better when Sheary was on it. So the injuries have had a little bit of an effect.
Mike Sullivan talked about talented players this morning, and I know it's a quote that stuck out to you.
He talked about the DNA of talented players is to play offense, and the challenge of every coach is to be able to teach your team how to defend, and both of these teams wanted to make sure they shored up their defense. When I was a young coach, Herb Brooks once said to me that teams will be evaluated, the teams that defend well, it is a reflection on the coaching staff. And offense is offense, but defense is teaching. And I think when you look at the way the Rangers have defended this year, and I talked about it a little bit in the pregame show, they are defending with a purpose. They're defending smart. They're defending disciplined. They're constantly in a 2-1-2 formation everywhere in the defensive zone, so their layers have been established. I think that's a credit to the coaching staff, how well they've defended.
We talked to not just Mike Sullivan, but Marty St. Louis today as well, and they both kind of had a similar message about playing defensive hockey, especially when we talked to Marty St. Louis earlier this morning with this young team that kind of got that first taste last year of having success, of getting to the postseason. And when he was asked about how good this team has been in this building, he talked about, well, it's the defensive game. It starts with that. And then you go, we talk to Mike Sullivan, and it's a lot of similar things. Feels like both these coaches are setting their culture, and it starts with taking care of their own end.
There's no question, if you defend hard, you can generate a lot of offense. But the other side of it is both coaches have preached puck possession. And the Edmonton Oilers of the 80s were the best example of sometimes the best defense is a good offense. For the modern-day NHL game, the best defense is puck possession. Making sure your offensive zone time is, the touches are good, possession's good, you're moving pucks, you're holding on to pucks. But when it gets back in your own zone, it's about killing plays in corners, winning half walls, being really hard to play against in the paint, and obviously your goaltender making big saves and not giving up big rebounds.
A couple of changes for the Canadiens tonight. Patrick Laine and Kirby Dach are both unavailable. They're day-to-day with lower body injuries, and they took a big hit on the blue line. Caden Gooley is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, so Arbor Jacki will drop back in defensively. Joe Veleno and Owen Beck are in up front. For the Rangers, a lot of what we've seen, Dave, the last couple of games, and again, it feels like we've talked about it a few times already, but they're giving this lineup another opportunity here tonight to kind of push their game over the hump, as you mentioned.
And I think in the last game, we chatted a little bit about the lineup changes up front for the Rangers. I think splitting up Panarin and Lafreniere create 2 lines in the top 6 where you've got a lot of dog meat and then a finisher on each line.
All right, let's toss it down to ice level for the Canadian and American national anthems. And when we return, it's the 718th meeting between the Canadiens and the Rangers.
Gentlemen, please rise. Remove your hats and caps for the singing of the national anthems performed by Alexandre Sylvestre, accompanied on the organ by Diane Bibo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, oh, God's stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. glorious exploit. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Set to go on a Saturday night from the Bell Center alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. The Rangers in their road white uniforms this evening will attack left to right across your dial, your streaming device, whatever you may be joining us on tonight. The Canadiens in their home red uniforms with the white letters and numbers will go right to left. And Dave, a great test tonight. A Canadiens team that has won 4 in a row. A high-flying team. Their speed, their skill was very much on display this morning. This team's clicking, especially at home.
Yeah, they do everything quick, even glide fast. And for the Rangers, they are really well battle-tested right now against teams of this ilk, having played Washington, having played Toronto, having played Edmonton. They have played the better transition teams in the National Hockey League, so they should be used to the speed, and they should be used to the quick go-north mentality of the team that they're playing.
JT Miller wins the draw against Jake Evans. We are underway from the Bell Center as Lane Hudson is inside of his own zone. And we'll start things up for the Canadiens. Plays it over right wing side. And it's quickly swiped in by Brendan Gallagher on a Saturday night. Packed house here at the Bell Center as expected. First of 3 meetings between these two this year as we get a quick whistle with 19:43 to go.
Montreal moves some personnel around. Jake Evans and Josh Anderson have played together for a while, and Brendan Gallagher dropped down to play on that line. Now, Jake Evans is a great story. He's one of the only 2 players left when I was around here. And Jake played at the University of Notre Dame, was a #1 center there. He's been a 4 center his entire NHL career. Dependable, wins draws, smart, good leadership. Evans with Gallagher on his side, those guys can make a lot happen because Brendan Gallagher is not just a tough guy. He's a tough guy with really hard skill.
Gavrikov dumps it down the left wing side. Connor Sheary won that draw after JT Miller was kicked out of the circle. Alexis Lafreniere was working in the right wing side, picked up by Sheary, lost it, and it's moved up ahead by Jaden Struble. As Josh Anderson to the left wing, trying to cut to the goal. Anderson pulls up. He's got a bottom in the left wing circle. Swings it back up to the right wing point for Hudson. Hudson now for Evans, left wing side. Pass got through him. He's able to keep it in the zone. Gets it to Anderson, who is working now along the left wing boards. Pestered by Adam Fox. Able to get it to Evans. He'll backhand it down low. Hudson activates in. Taps it in front. Broken up nicely by JT Miller. And the Rangers able to gain possession. He plays it to Gavrikov, who will flip this out to center ice into the midsection of Alexis Lafreniere. Gavrikov inside of his own zone, eyed by Cole Caulfield, who's had multiple goal games in back-to-back games. 2 goals in each of his last 2. Panarin, left wing side, Gavrikov fires it in. Zibanejad waiting, right wing boards, but Matheson gets there first for Montreal. Swung up ahead for Caulfield. Pass was in the skates of Slavkovsky, who nearly lost it to Zibanejad. Zibanejad, quick shot over the glove of Montebo, kept in at the left wing point for a moment. The bouncing puck up by Robertson. Here comes Caulfield, right wing side. Slavkovsky scores! Juraj Slavkovsky's second of the year. Quick strike for Montreal. 1-0 Canadiens.
Absolutely nothing that Jonathan Quick could have done about this. And this is becoming a new tradition with the Montreal Canadiens. Slavkovsky and Caulfield on a 2-on-1. Both of those guys are big-time snipers, and this time Caulfield with a tremendous pass to Slavkovsky, who one-timed it coming through the left circle. Rangers got caught in a little bit of a pinch, and Montreal's transition game, which is real high-end, got going in a heartbeat, and they lead at 1-0.
Oh, looking down at the Canadiens bench, head coach Marty St. Louis talking to Slavkovsky. He told us earlier today the goals and assists might not be there as Quick covers update, but he mentioned his defensive game has been great, and right away Slavkovsky gets rewarded a minute 33 in on the feed from Caulfield, who's already up to 8 points in the season.
Cole Caulfield played his college hockey at the University of Wisconsin and wound up with this unbelievable ability to disappear and reappear at the right time in the offensive zone. It's reminiscent of what Brett Hull used to do. He's also got an incredible wrist shot. He might have the best wrist shot in the National Hockey League.
Penalty coming up here against the Rangers. A delayed call. Ivan Demidov works right wing side. Trying to play it in front. Pass was off of everybody. Came off the left wing boards for Suzuki. Jack-Eye not touched by Carrick. Jack-Eye gets it back left wing side. Now swings it over to the right wing point. Carrier. Now Jack-Eye left wing side. Trying to go across the ice. Intercepted by Carrick. He'll touch up. And the Rangers will go to the kill. And early in this game, Dave, an early test. The Rangers down 1-0. And Montreal's power play will go to work.
Rangers 18 minor penalty for hooking.
Tied 23rd in the league.
So Montreal got their ground game going, got the puck moving around cycle, and they got Vakanainen to wind up taking a hooking penalty off a faceoff. The Rangers' penalty killing has been good. They are 1 for 12 on the season in just under 24 minutes of shorthanded time and have allowed 19 shots. 3 of the 6 games they've played this year, they've held their opponent to 3 shots or less on the power play.
Hudson off the face-off will swing it over to Slavkovsky. Now left wing circle. Suzuki's shot was off the stick of Cooley. Suzuki's stick blew up on him. He's got to go to the bench and get a new twig as they joust in the left wing corner. Picked up by Cooley. Plenty of space to clear it, but he'll control it up ahead. Find JT Miller shorthanded. Miller walks in left wing side looking for Borgen. Pass too far ahead of him. Collected by Cooley right wing corner. He'll chip it down low. Miller couldn't settle it. Slavkovsky picks it up for the Canadiens. 30 seconds into the power play as the Rangers change up their penalty killers.
Rangers smart. They had one foray because they had some juice early on in the shift. And as soon as it got to about 25 seconds, Cooley and Miller, despite the offensive zone, retreat to get fresh troops on.
Bolduc, a big acquisition in the offseason from St. Louis. Gets it to Suzuki. Up to the left wing point lane. Hudson walks the line. Now back Suzuki, left wing circle. Caulfield, Bolduc, his shot missed by the glove of Quick. He might have hit a Rangers stick there, Dave, which changed the trajectory of the puck up into the net.
Big play by Robertson for the Rangers, just off to the right side of Jonathan Quick. The puck was down in the corner. Robertson had Caulfield on the goal line to the right of Quick. Caulfield moved the puck to the middle, and Robertson with a really good stick made sure that the shot did not get to the net.
Mike Sullivan was very complimentary of Matthew Robertson's game this morning when meeting with the media here at the Bell Center. Rangers PK had to draw one, but it hit something. Came back to Noah Dobson, who gets it Suzuki left wing circle, swings it down low. Gallagher quickly back for Suzuki. Pass across right wing circle. Hit a couple of bodies and came back to Suzuki. Now up top, Dobson back to Suzuki. Nick Suzuki eyed by Schneider to the blue line. Dobson, his shot in the traffic misses wide. Suzuki couldn't get to the loose puck, chipped up to the line, not out, kept in by Dobson. That around Zibanejad. Dobson takes it down low, eyed by Schneider. Dobson, Suzuki, now Gallagher across, right wing circle. One more, Suzuki scores! From the left wing circle, it's a power play goal, 2-0 Montreal. Pretty puck moving, Dave, and it ends up in the back of the net. First goal of the year for Suzuki. It already had 7 assists coming into this one tonight.
Oh, this one was a clinic. This puck continued to move across the Royal Road, left to right, right to left. And the one-timer by Suzuki finishes it. Montreal was able to put through 2 passes through the seam to make this happen. Starts on the left wing side. Suzuki goes back to Gallagher up top, and then it comes back to Suzuki from the far right wing side through the seam. And a quick one-timer beats Jonathan Quick with absolutely no chance. So up, over again, back across, left wing circle, one-timer.
It was Demidov who teed him up. He'll get his 3rd assist of the year and Suzuki's first goal and 8th point. And just 3:42 into the hockey game, the Rangers find themselves down 2-0 before registering their first shot on Sam Montembeault. Matheson's shot from the line hit his own man Bolduc. Was trying to collect with Veleno. It's sent out to center by the Rangers, but quickly picked up by Carrier. He'll send it back into the Rangers zone. Adam Fox in front of his own net. Swipes it up ahead for Alexis Lafreniere. Into the skates of JT Miller. Now Gavrikov up to center red. Wanted to dump that in, but it hit off the stick of Owen Beck and into the seats.
I don't care how good your penalty killing is. The Rangers' penalty killing has been good, and their coverage was good. But with the way Montreal moved the puck around, it is really hard to defend. Because of the fact that they made a lot of passes to guys forehand to forehand to forehand, there's no chance for the defensive team to attack a trigger because of the eyes-up puck protection that Montreal had going on for it. So despite the Rangers being in pretty good structure, the fact that Montreal moved the puck so quickly didn't allow the Rangers to make a lot of plays on the puck.
Ekstrom will chip this into the Montreal zone. Montembeault leaves it. Jacky takes a bump from Matt Rempe. Canadians send this down the ice. It's a foot race. Vakanainen and Gallagher, but it's Anderson who comes in beating Will Borgen to the puck. Gallagher swipes it around. Evans has it now left wing side. Evans trying to get away from Rempe. He does. Finds Gallagher. A shot missed by the blocker of Quick. Comes along to the right wing boards. Carrier swings it up top for Jacky. His shot stopped by Quick. He was unsure where the puck was, but he's got it. And he'll hang on for the whistle. Time of the goal is driven by Ramsey Mazda. Juraj Slavkovsky scoring 133 into the hockey game from Cole Caulfield. Again, that's Slavkovsky assisted by Caulfield at 133. Time of the goal is driven by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda. Like a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Rangers win the draw. This is Schneider. He hit his own man Robertson. But the puck does eventually get out to center. Zibanejad went off his own man Cooley back into the Rangers zone. Robertson, Schneider off of Cooley again. That's center Zibanejad. Dobson will swing this down the ice. This is not going to be icing, waved off last second. Kind of lost its momentum, Dave. That allows Schneider to pick it up.
That one had a little Keystone Cops to it, too. Every time they threw a pass, it seemed to hit a teammate and bounce back to where it started from.
Slavkovsky gets it around Robertson, but Schneider will pick it up behind his own goal. Gets it to Panarin. Now Robertson left wing side. Matthew Robertson dances into the Canadian zone. Long shot. Fought off by Montembeault. Bit of an awkward save on the first shot of the hockey game for the Rangers, and it belongs to Matthew Robertson, the blue liner.
You get 6.5 minutes where you don't face a shot. That first shot could be a handful. And for Montembeault, he's moving towards his right. I think Robertson changed the angle of the shot just a little bit, and Montembeault moved to his left with his glove.
This is sent into the Rangers zone. Jonathan Quick lays it up ahead. Eventually we'll find Juuso Parssinen, who had the Ranger goal on Thursday night. Back deep into the Ranger end. Quick up ahead. Gavrikov will chip this up toward the line. Glove down by Hudson. Alex Newhook with it now. Newhook right wing side. Kapanen turns, fires, blocked by Parssinen. Newhook down low into the right wing corner. That got around Demidov. Picked up by Gavrikov. Run into by Kapanen. Trying to dig that free was Taylor Radish up to the line. Just got by Jaden Struble and out to center ice. Struble takes a return feed from Hudson. Up ahead for Kapanen at center. Kapanen has Demidov. He'll cut in. Hudson going to the goal. There's the pass. Hudson trying to dance in. Good stick by Borgen to break it up. Demidov trying to shake off Sheary and does. Demidov dancing in. Couldn't get the shot away. But he drew a penalty with 13:10 to go. And it's going to be another power play for the Canadiens, who lead 2-0. Heading into our first media timeout. Here's the penalty.
Rangers 43 minor penalty for slashing.
So when we return, the Canadiens will go to the power play. 13:10 remaining in period one. Montreal leads 2-0 here from the Bell Center. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Kirk Morrison from the SiriusXM Blitz. As the leaves begin to turn, we will take a look at how some of the rookies are doing in the first half of the season.
You know, I spent a lot of time studying Jackson Dart. He's got a lot of confidence in his arm.
Plus, NFC title contenders face off on Monday Night Football with the Bucs and the Lions.
Fire them cannons! SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
New Year's Day, January 1st, 2008, at the home of the NFL's Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson Stadium.
The Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres are set to play despite the snow that's been falling all morning, and more than 73,000 are here to witness it. In the game they're calling the Winter Classic.
Penguins win! Snow flying in their faces as they celebrate.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
February 7th, 1976, Toronto Maple Leafs captain Darryl Sittler dominates at home in an 11-4 win over Boston.
He's beaten Rocket Besides Becker. 9 points in the game, 5 goals, 4 assists. Sittler's back. 10 points. That's a new record. As long as he lives, he'll remember this evening. So will all of us doing the game here at Maple Leaf Gardens.
On SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
1992-93, the inaugural season for the Tampa Bay Lightning, had not just hockey fans, but the sporting world paying attention to the Bolts, thanks to a 5'7" goalie from Quebec who was trying out for the team.
The first woman to play professional hockey. There she is taking the ice. Manon Treon.
It was a publicity stunt, they said, orchestrated by Tampa's general manager, Phil Esposito.
I'd be a liar to say that I wasn't using it for publicity, but the fact is she's not bad.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
On a good first win off the draw in a big PK situation here.
Will Cooley have the clear? He's out there with JT Miller, Will Borgen, and Vladislav Gavrikov. Lane Hudson across center, drops his back for goal. Caulfield. He'll take it across center. Caulfield dumps it down right wing side. It'll rocket up the left wing boards. Bolduc back down low. Slavkovsky, who has a goal tonight. It was the icebreaker 93 seconds in. Caulfield. Remember, it's Suzuki with the power play goal for Montreal. Back up to the line for Hudson. Hudson, Caulfield, left wing circle. Down low, Suzuki. Looking to go backdoor, broken up on the stick of Quick. Loose puck, Borgen couldn't get it out. Was tied up by Suzuki, who lost his stick. Miller, it'll pop to Cooley. He'll bank it off the boards and down the ice.
What a play by Borgen. He was in front of the net, handcuffed, surrounded, and he managed to stay calm and move a puck in a safe ice. What a play by Borgen.
Here's Hudson darting in, right wing side. He'll pull up, has a man Gallagher. Feeds back to Hudson. Up top, Dimidov. Dimidov looking for Suzuki. Pass was in his skates. Back up top, Dimidov. Now right wing side for Hudson. Eyed by Carrick. Hudson trying to work down the right wing side. Has Gallagher behind the net. He'll steer it up the left wing boards for Suzuki. Eyed by Schneider. Went off a Ranger. Came to Gallagher. Now Suzuki. Nick Suzuki into the left wing circle. Suzuki down low, Gallagher. Now Suzuki back up top. Dimidov healed on the shot. Ends up behind the Ranger net. Gallagher. Kapanen. Now Suzuki. 25 seconds on the power play. Back up top for Dobson. Across for Dimidov. Right wing circle. Now Kapanen, a shot and a save made by Quick. The rebound quickly pounced on with 11:27 to go in period one. And 17 ticks on the power play.
Montreal, nice work as they move the puck towards the right wing side of the ice. And that's where they got it set up. And that's where they went to work. And Dimidov had a really good chance to threaten the net. What Montreal has been able to do on these power plays, and the reason they've been able to generate the chances they have, is because of the speed at which they work. They don't hold on to pucks very long. They get it, they move it, or they move to a better position to threaten the net, but they're finding lanes.
Cooley behind his own net after Miller won the draw. Will send this down the ice left wing side, and that will just about do it. So Rangers really needed a kill there, Dave, and they're going to get it as Connor Sheary is set to be freed from his slashing call at 6:50. He's out. We're back to 5-on-5, but Newhook will dart in on the right wing side, run into by Gavrikov. Newhook able to get it back, finds Dobson, shot on the traffic, hit a body on the way in, came to Dobson, was looking for Veleno, passed too far ahead of him, picked up by Cooley. Veleno poked it off of his stick. Owen Beck knocked down to the ice by Fox, picked up Cooley, backhanded out to center, but it comes right to Dobson, who will fire it back in right wing side and go off for a change with 10:43 to go in period one. Veleno for Beck, who's up from AHL Laval, as Matheson's shot from the point is off a stick and out of play. Reminder, tune in to the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers.
One thing the Rangers have done fairly well this year is get out of their own zone. They have not seen a team this fast so far. And let's take out the 4 minutes of shorthanded time. With 5-on-5, they have struggled to get out clean. They're generally a team, like I said, that is pretty good at getting up the ice outside the dot lanes cleanly. It hasn't happened yet so far tonight.
Faceoff will be to the right of Quick. Evans and Noah Laba will take the draw. Laba had his first 2 NHL points a week ago tonight in Pittsburgh. A couple of assists in that 6-1 victory. Since then, the Rangers, as this is iced, have dropped 3 in a row, but playing well tonight. The first time they've faced a situation like this, Dave, in the last little while where they're down 2 and they haven't generated as much here in the first 9.5.
No, this has been all Montreal. Remember, Saturday night, Centre Bell, Hockey Night in Canada, Canadiens all jacked up. Crowd is electric. And the Canadiens have done exactly what you want to do at home, and that is take care of the first 10 minutes and win it with a lead.
I want to circle back to something at that next whistle as Panarin works on the right wing boards, because it feels like a young team like this, Dave, can really feed off the emotion of a building like this. As Panarin digs it free, gets it to the line for Borgen, swipes it down low. Radish chasing, but He's going to be run into by Gallagher. Laba will pick it up, run into by Evans in the left wing corner. Dug free by Radish up to the blue line, intercepted Gallagher. He'll flip it up to the Ranger blue line, collected by Borgen, pestered by Anderson. Borgen couldn't get that around Evans. He'll retreat into his own zone with under 10 to go. And it looks like here we've got a delayed call. We do. It's going to be against the Canadiens. So when Montreal touches up, the Rangers going to get their first power play of the game. Miller run into by Suzuki. He'll touch up with 9:36 to go in period one. Shots are 5-1 for the Canadiens, who lead 2-0 on the other side of this timeout, however.
Montreal 17, 2-minute minor holding.
It will be a power play for the Rangers. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. And the Rangers here, Dave, looking for their best built power play, trying to get on the board down 2.
First 8 shots of the game they had in Toronto were all on a power play. It looked really good early. Lafreniere had a point-blank shot, and they got a rebound out of it. Zibanejad had a really good bump into the middle. So Miller had a chance. Lafreniere also had a great seam pass that Stolarz robbed him on. So the power plays look good.
Anderson in the box for holding. Rangers down 2-0. He's Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. That's Adam Fox, who sends the puck into the left wing corner. JT Miller now for Artemi Panarin. Gets it to Miller. Now Panarin, his shot kick save. Rebound Lafreniere off of Panarin. To the line, not out. Kept in right wing side by Fox. Good stop by Montembeault there to keep the Rangers off the board. But a couple of good looks early in this power play. Panarin fan of the puck, quickly gets it back left wing side, down low Zibanejad. Looking to go backdoor. Another chance in front, Zibanejad. And somehow Montembeault able to make the save and hang on.
Oh, what a stop by Montembeault. Rangers with a really good setup. I think Adam Fox must lead the league in keep-ins at the right point on the power play. Kept another one in that came out hot. Zibanejad working on the left wing corner, spun to the front of the net, got a good chance. Lafreniere was there to try to hammer away at it, and Montembeault robbed him, and you just hope that the mindset on the ice is, oh no, I hope here we don't go again.
Bit of a nice bounce for Zibanejad there too, Dave. Went off the skates of Mike Matheson and right back to him. That set up that chance after the keep-in. And this time it is cleared down the ice by Matheson with 1:14 to go on the power play.
First unit stays out there, and Fox has created some real nice offense coming off the right point.
Lafreniere across center, drops it Zibanejad up ahead for JT Miller down the left wing side, trying to drop it for Lafreniere off the stick of Kapanen and out to center, where it's picked up by Fox. He's got Lafreniere, who re-enters the zone. Alexis Lafreniere, left wing side. He'll swing it around the boards. Waiting for it is Panarin, but Matheson gets there first, and he'll swipe it down the ice himself with 45 seconds to go now on the penalty to Josh Anderson.
Rangers with a great breakout, great break-in and entry. And I thought that instead of putting the puck to the front of the net to try to move it up high in the zone, it didn't work.
Fox, Panarin, right wing side. Panarin up top for Fox, left wing. One-timer, Zibanejad, he scores! One-timer from the left wing circle. He boomed it by Montembeault, and the Rangers are on the board with a huge power play goal. 8:04 to go in period one. 2-1 Montreal.
What a bomb by Zibanejad. And boy, the Rangers need that one. Nice work by the Rangers. They move it up from the circle on the right side, top center point, over to Zibanejad on the left wing side. He didn't waste any time, and he just launched it. The Rangers on a good entry on the last rush up ice. Were able to get set up, get the puck moving station to station, and when Zibanejad got himself established in the left wing circle, pass came to him, and he did not waste a second.
He had 12 shots, Dave, in his last 3 games coming into tonight. Had not been able to find the back of the net. Had that great chance moments ago. This one does find the back of the net from Fox and Panarin at 11:56 on the power play. And the Rangers able to get that all-important next goal, make it 2-1. Bolduc off the turnover, keeps it in. Long shot easily kicked aside by the right pad of Quick. Delano works behind the net, bumped by Rempe, got it to Beck. Back up top for Hudson, went off the heel of his stick along the boards, picked up Edstrom, couldn't get around Hudson. Good stick to keep it in the zone. Bolduc right wing side, in front, pushed wide by Veleno, who banks it off the end boards and off the stick of Quick to Rempe. Rempe put it off the midsection of Veleno, collected Bolduc, up to the right wing point for Hudson. Hudson spins away from Edstrom. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Now Beck long shot into the Ranger word mark on the chest of Jonathan Quick, who hangs on for a whistle with 7:18 to go.
So the Rangers were in a situation where they needed to get a really big penalty kill. They got it. Then they got on a power play, desperately needed a power play goal. They got it. To Montreal's credit, the shift after the goal again, they came out and dominated the shift, and it finishes up with a pretty good attempt that Quick swallows up. Lane Hudson is so elusive. We saw him do it at Boston College. We saw him do it in the USHL. He looks like he's cornered, and all of a sudden he's gone.
And here the reaction, too, from the crowd when he was able to get around Edstrom there. As Vakanainen will chip this off the glass of the Canadiens' blue line, picked up by Sheary. Pass too far ahead of Lafreniere, would have been in on a break. Here's Miller looking for Sheary, broken up with the stick of Carrier. Now up ahead, it's Suzuki across center ice. Has Slavkovsky on his right wing. Play down low, Suzuki came together with Schneider. Took it away from Caulfield. Now Sheary exits the zone on the right wing side. Plays it to his left, Vakanainen. He'll dump it in. 6:45 to play in period one. 2-1 Canadiens is your score.
I feel like every game Schneider does one thing that reminds you that he was a first-round draft choice. And he just made another play there with a really good gap, really good defensive stick, and a nice clear.
Sheary doesn't have a stick. He was unable to get the puck away from Slavkovsky. Lost it to the Canadiens' blue line. Fox will dump this in right wing side. Dobson first one on it. Takes a bump from Zibanejad. Loose puck Panarin up the boards. Waiting for it is Gavrikov. Gavrikov, Panarin trying to get it back to him. Run into by 2 red jerseys. Puck went off of his skate. Came to Zibanejad. Swiped down low for Cooley. Looking to evade Matheson. Cooley shakes off Matheson. Cooley on the left wing now, trying to get away from Demidov. He does. Pokes at Zibanejad into the right wing corner, but Kapanen there first ahead of Panarin. Will try to exit for Montreal, and he does. Plays it up ahead. Demidov right wing side with Kapanen going to the goal. There's the pass, but it was in the skates of Kapanen. And Gavrikov able to poke it away. Sends it down the ice. Struble at his own blue line will collect as the Rangers make changes under 6 to go. Demidov got it away from Borgen. Tried to move it on Robertson, but Laba able to get it with the stick. Into the right wing corner. Newhook worked on by Laba. Lost it to Robertson. Matthew Robertson plays this up ahead. Good job by Demidov to take it away from Parsonen. Left wing side, Evans. He's bumped by Borgen. Loose puck picked up by Robertson. Pressured by Gallagher. Knocked off the puck, but Robertson quickly gets back to it. He'll chip it off the plexi, and that will end up in the scorer's table directly below us with 5:12 to play in period number 1.
I guarantee you that David Quinn is going to the defense here with the Rangers. I guarantee you at some point Quinn is going to turn to his D's and say, guys, put it off the glass. You're not going to break it. Use it.
2-1 Canadiens is your score. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless Boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit peerlessboilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Welcome back to the Bell Center. 2-1 Canadiens is your score. Alongside Dave Starman, I'm Alex Thomas. And Dave, a bit of a milestone night tonight. We saw him a couple of shifts ago making some things happen. Tonight, game number 600 for Connor Sheary.
Who was signed as a free agent after a really nice career at the University of Massachusetts. I was in Toronto when he was playing at UMass. I remember going to scout a game. I was sitting with Tim Burke, longtime San Jose scout, San Jose Shark scout. And he said to me, Dave, this guy is going to play at least 250 NHL games with his skill. He's now at 600.
Bolduc on the right wing side. Gets it to Veleno. Of course, Sheary came to camp on a PTO, earned a contract. Tonight, his 7th game as a Ranger. Skating on the line with JT Miller and Alexis Lafreniere. There's a shot from Veleno that is gobbled up by Quick in the glove and hung on to 4:49 to go. A reminder, tune in to the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers, coming up in just a few moments.
Veleno grew up here in Montreal. He's the only player in the history of the Quebec Major Junior League to be given exceptional status, meaning he can play in the league as an underage player. He was without a contract. He was training this summer at the Canadiens complex in Brossard, which is a great training facility, with Adam Nichols, who is the Canadiens Director of Hockey Operations. And the Canadiens took a flyer, took a chance on him, and signed him to a 1-year deal to give him a little bit of depth at the number 2 center position. And they are really happy with what they're seeing.
And they need him tonight. He and Owen Beck in the lineup with Patrick Laine and Kirby Dach unavailable both day to day. So his Canadiens debut here this evening at the Bell Center. Sheary in game 600 chasing after it. Hudson knocked down by Lafreniere, picked up by Miller. Lafreniere to Sheary. He's got Fox in the right wing circle. Sheary trying to cut out in front. He had it poked away by Evans as Hudson will move it up ahead for the Canadiens.
I love this idea, Alex. He was going to take the puck right to the net, and Evans made a good play on it. But I think the Rangers need a little bit more of that mentality among some of their forwards, and that is if they have a lane to the net, either put the puck there or keep driving towards it to create a little chaos and make things happen. At times, they could be accused of trying to find the perfect play. A lot of times that imperfect play is the one that finds pay dirt.
Feels like this game is kind of evened out after that torrid start with the Canadiens when they had that 5-0 edge in shots, led this game 2-0. Rangers have done some good things since then, gotten it to 2-1. But this time it is the Canadiens who will flip this up ahead to the Ranger blue line. Will Borgen's got it, banks it up ahead for Zibanejad, tapped deep into the Canadian zone. Dobson first one on it, eyed by Cooley. Dobson moves this up ahead, Juraj Slafkovsky. Across the ice, Matheson up ahead, Suzuki. He's dumped down to the ice by Schneider. It only gets as far as just outside of the zone as Matheson is there. He wanted to play it in deep, went off the stick of Schneider and into the seats with 3:19 to go in period 1.
This morning, Mike Sullivan was talking about leadership. He said some players are quiet leaders, and he mentioned Austin Matthews, and he mentioned Sidney Crosby. JT Miller is a little bit different. He is one of those guys that, as Sullivan said, will drag you into the fight. And I guarantee you that at 2-0, a guy like Miller probably leaned down the bench and said, guys, there's 55 minutes to go in the game. Let's just settle down and manage this for a while and find our opportunities. And the Rangers have really stabilized this game.
Getting that power play goal has made this a completely different hockey game.
And remember, it started with a penalty kill that they really needed. So 2 on the special teams.
Shot through traffic was knocked away by Quick. He was screened by Kapanen. It's in the right wing circle. Kapanen jarred it loose. Picked up behind the Ranger net by Demidov. Ivan Demidov takes it up to the left wing point. Will turn and fire one toward the goal that missed just wide. Newhook chasing after it. He's got Carrier at the blue line. Newhook, mastered by Laba. Newhook sends it down low. Schneider in there for the Rangers. He's had a good evening here tonight. He's number 4 in white. Demidov on the left wing boards. Demidov gets around Radish. Demidov looking to go back door. Went off the skates of Parson and kicked up ahead. Here comes Noah Laba across center ice quickly. The angle cut off by Arbor Jacki, and then they come together, both tumble down to the ice as Laba goes off for a change.
If this was the NFL, that would have been pass interference.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
He chased him down. He tackled him before he got a chance to get the puck on a stick. I mean, that was clear pass interference.
Yeah, our colleague Kenny Albert would be proud with that call. Veleno moves it up ahead, right wing side. Veleno carries it in, trying to get around Gavrikov. Veleno run into by Gavrikov. Loose puck Fox. He'll exit the zone left wing. He's got Rempe with him. Instead goes right wing side. Edstrom drops it. Carrick, a shot save made. Rebound Rempe. Jammed it just wide. He went to the net, Dave, had a great opportunity, but on a bang-bang play, it goes just wide and out of play.
Beautiful play. Wide entry by Edstrom. Drop pass to Carrick, who layered. Rempe went to the front of the net and almost got the rebound. Montembeault fought it off really well and did give Rempe a clean rebound. Beautiful textbook rush. Wide entry, layers in the attack. The second forward coming in just on the heels of the puck carrier to give a nice easy drop pass, play to the front of the net, little pop, and Rempe went to the front of the net with a stick down. Really nice rush by the Rangers.
He went hard and knocked down Lane Hudson in the process. Matheson picks it up, will chip it off the boards. That does not get out, went off Lafreniere. Sheary, Lafreniere, he'll steer it down low. Miller first one there behind the Canadiens net, met by Matheson. JT Miller to Connor Sheary, right wing side, trying to feed it back to Miller, intercepted Matheson, played up ahead, too far for Anderson. Quick will play it along to the boards. Anderson there, back up top for Matheson, got by him at the left wing point. Sheary applying a little bit of pressure as they race back into the Montreal zone. Matheson wins the foot race. Turned it over Zibanejad left wing side. He ran into Lafreniere. Puck came to Dobson. Now Evans with a little bit of real estate. 70 seconds to go in the period. Evans will curl back in away from Panarin. Panarin stayed with him, but Evans got around him. Now around Zibanejad. Here comes Evans into the Rangers zone. Left wing side. Pass was behind Caulfield. Picked up by Zibanejad. Didn't have a lane to the net. Hudson clogged it up. So a shot from neutral is knocked away by Montembeault from Zibanejad. Puck into the left wing corner. Swung around the boards, right wing side. This is Fox. Adam Fox for Timmy Panarin. 44 seconds to go in the period. Panarin's shot went off coolly. Picked up by Gallagher. Chipped out to center ice. Canadiens will make changes as Gavrikov chases. No icing. 36.5 to go.
Last 3.5 minutes have been all New York.
Shots all of a sudden 8-6 after the 5-0 start for the Canadiens in a 2-1 game. Parsonen will tip this into the zone. Hudson pressured by Laba. Hudson taken down on the play. Crowd was looking for a call. Unforthcoming. Slavkovsky lost it. Parsonen in front, couldn't connect with Laba. Left wing side, this is Schneider. Backhands it down low, 10 seconds to go. Laba marked well by Hudson, shakes him off. Up top for Schneider. Schneider. Now Parsonen looking to go back door. Laba chipped it wide. Didn't really have an angle on that with 1 second to go. And that'll do it for period one. Dave, after a bit of a shaky start here for the Rangers tonight, in which they fell behind 2-0, and it was 5-0 shots on goal. Rangers get it to 2-1, and I think you said it best. Last 3.5, 4 minutes, that was all Rangers.
Absolutely, because they moved the puck north, they moved the puck quick, they beat the Canadiens' pressure up ice, they got some chances to the net, and they reestablished a little confidence. But I really think it was the penalty kill down 2-0 that gave them some confidence, gave them some jump. Then they get on the power play and they score. Since that power play, with the exception of one shift, it has been all Rangers.
Well, that's the end of the first period. Shots on goal, Canadiens 8, Rangers 6. Montreal leads 2-1. Stay tuned for the first intermission, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. So, Canadiens get goals from Slavkovsky, 5-on-5, Suzuki on the power play, and the Rangers counter with a power play goal of their own from Mika Zibanejad. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York in the MSG Radio Network.
Historic hockey moments. NHL Network Radio.
December 27th, 2000, well into retirement, which included a 1997 Hockey Hall of Fame induction, and also becoming owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mario Lemieux, 44 months after hanging up the skates, called it a comeback.
33 seconds into the game, Mario Lemieux will get an assist in his first shift back. Lemieux scores! It is back!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. The Power Play with Steve Koulias.
Winnipeg Jets head coach Scott Arniel. Has that number changed with the Olympics compressed schedule for Connor Hellebuck?
He keeps pushing for 82 games, certainly with this year and what's kind of going on. It is something that we seriously have to look at, and if we want to play well into June and to make that run to the Stanley Cup, I need a guy that's going to be able to be fresh for that whole stretch.
The Power Play. Weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91 and the Sirius XM app. Historic hockey moments.
October 15th, 1989, the Great One passes his childhood idol, Mr. Hockey, for most points scored.
Gretzky has 1,850 points.
The Taylor to Gretzky, he scores! He's done it! Wayne Gretzky, the Great One, has become the greatest of them all!
Ladies and gentlemen, Gordie Howe.
A super young man, a great hockey player who shares in everything he does, and congratulations.
The hockey history continues on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This is your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now, here's Pat O'Keefe on the MSG Radio Network.
Rangers trailed 2-1 after 20 minutes of play in Montreal tonight. But all things considered, the way this game started could have been a lot worse. As we welcome you into the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. Rangers coming into this game excellent defensively on the season, struggling scoring, especially the last 3 games, 1 goal over that time frame. And then they come out, and within the first 4 minutes of this game, the Rangers find themselves down by a couple of goals. It got started a minute 33 in when Montreal scored first. Then the Rangers took a penalty, Euro Vakanainen, 2 minutes for hooking. Now the Rangers penalty kill had been perfect on the season coming in. They're perfect no more. Nick Suzuki, a power play goal at the 3:42 mark of that first period. 3 minutes and 42 seconds into this game. It was Montreal 2, the Rangers nothing. The Rangers at that point really back on their heels as our first period scoring report continues. After that, the Rangers took another penalty. Connor Sheary to the box, 2 minutes for slashing. The Rangers penalty kill kicked in there. And then the Rangers got an opportunity just past the midway point of the first period. Josh Anderson, 2 minutes for holding Will Borgen. The Rangers went to the power play, and it was Mika Zibanejad scoring his second goal of the season, his first on the power play at the 11:56 mark to get the Rangers back in this game. If you take away those first 5 minutes and those first 2 Montreal goals, the Rangers have outplayed the Canadiens so far, but that goal was so huge for a number of reasons. First and foremost, as we detailed during the pregame show, the Rangers have had a lot of trouble finding the back of the net in recent games. So to be able to get that first one in the first period here was big for them. Secondly, it allowed them to stabilize this game. Down 2-0, 5 minutes in. Struggling a little bit coming in. Tough atmosphere, one of the toughest to play in the entire NHL. Zibanejad's goal cuts the deficit in half, and it is a much more manageable 2-1 Montreal lead as we get set for period number 2. Zibanejad's goal assisted by Adam Fox, his second, and Artemi Panarin, his third of the season. Rangers were outshot in that first period 8-6. So again, considering where we were 4 or 5 minutes into the game and where we are right now, from the Rangers' perspective, could have been a whole lot worse. Celebrate our storied start. Get tickets to see the Rangers take on the Wild on October 20th as we honor our formative years of the New York Rangers. Head to NewYorkRangers.com/1926 to secure your seats. That part of an upcoming mini 2-game homestand at Madison Square Garden, when the Rangers this week will welcome in the Minnesota Wild on Monday and the San Jose Sharks on Thursday. The score after one period of play in Montreal, the Canadiens 2 and the Rangers 1. Montreal has won 4 games in a row, their last 3 by that 1-goal margin. Adam Fox had an assist on the Mika Zibanejad goal. When we come back on the first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers, we'll hear from Adam Fox as he chats with John Giannone. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731. MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
London Jewelers presents their annual watch fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th from noon to 5 p.m. Experience the latest collections of distinctive timepieces from the world's most prestigious watch brands. From selection to service, London Jewelers is a trusted, authorized retailer for the world's finest watch brands. Join us at the London Jewelers Annual Watch Fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th. London Jewelers, since 1926.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
It is the Rangers' first intermission report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Pat O'Keefe back with you as the Rangers trail the Canadiens 2-1 after 1 in Montreal. Yurov Slavkovsky's second goal of the season. Nick Suzuki's first. That was on a power play. Montreal jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Mika Zibanejad answered just past the midway point of the first period with a power play goal of his own, and it is 2-1, Rangers trailing after 20 minutes of play. We'll hear from Adam Fox in a moment. First, let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Pat O'Keefe with you during the first intermission report for the New York Rangers as they trail 2-1. Mika Zibanejad's second goal of the season. He's got a shorthanded goal. Now he's got a power play goal. It was assisted by Adam Fox and Artemi Panarin. For Fox, his second assist of the season. In that first period, Fox logged 8 minutes and 27 seconds of ice time. In addition to that assist, he also blocked a shot and was even in the plus-minus column. Spoke moments ago with MSG's John Giannone.
Adam, just speak to the importance for your team and for the building itself emotionally when you guys scored to make it 2-1 there.
Yeah, that was a big goal, I think. Definitely not the start we wanted to get off to, but you get a power play and an opportunity to turn the momentum a little bit. I thought we played a lot better after that. And, yeah, it was something our group wanted to be able to do, is change momentum, and obviously a big goal there.
Yeah, I think consensus is you guys did play a lot better that last 12, 13 minutes. What went better for you guys? What did you like about the play as the first period progressed?
Managing the puck, I think quicker to close in the D zone. They're a skilled, fast team, so you give them a little time and space, they'll make you pay. So I think we just, manage the puck a little better, close a little quicker in the D zone, and then you're playing more offense. And obviously, you want to be able to sustain some O-zone time and wear them down a little bit more.
And you guys get the power play goal at 11:56 of the first period. You've seen Mika Zibanejad take that shot. You fed him for that shot many times. Take us through that goal from your perspective and just how precise Mika's shot was there.
Yeah, from my angle, it looked like a great shot, I think. We had some good looks before that, kind of a broken entry there. But, we've been trying to simplify a little in the power play when things haven't been going our way. And, he's a guy who can really shoot the puck. So I think, when I'm up there, if I could find him or Brett on the weak side and let them do their thing. And, hell of a shot by Mika.
Appreciate the insights, Adam. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Our Rangers defenseman Adam Fox helping to navigate the power play. That resulted in a power play goal for Mika Zibanejad in that first period. Rangers trail the Canadiens by a score of 2-1. Time on ice leaders for the Rangers in the first period. Among the forwards, Zibanejad 7.5 minutes. He also has a team-high 3 shots on goal. 3 of their 6 shots on goal. Among the defensemen, Vladislav Gavrikov with 8 minutes and 23 seconds time on ice. A busy night. 13 games on the NHL slate. 3 of them wrapped up earlier this afternoon, including in Newark, where the Devils win again. They're 4-1. They beat Edmonton 5-3. Jack Hughes, a couple of goals. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, also 2 goals for Edmonton. The Islanders, after losing their first 3, have now won 2 in a row as they beat Ottawa 5-4 on the road. Anders Lee with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go. The game-winning goal for the Islanders. And Buffalo at home shuts out Florida 3-0. The back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. And this is where you realize it's very early in the season. Florida's 3-4. They've lost 4 in a row. All of them on the road after today's 3-0 loss to the Buffalo Sabres. And this has been the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. Second period coming up from Montreal with the Rangers trailing the Canadiens by a score of 2-1. Enjoy the second period. I'll be back with you during the second intermission. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
If it's happening in baseball,
the Dodgers are going back to the World Series.
It's on MLB Network Radio.
Dave Roberts getting ready to celebrate.
We enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. So still a lot of work to be done. Let's just do something special.
We're down here with Mookie Betts.
We'll get to celebrate tonight, and it's just this is the reason why we play the game.
MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM Channel 89, and on the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NHL 100.
Is the greatest player to ever play sitting at the podium right now?
We talk about this all the time. That's what makes sports great, and that's what makes hockey wonderful. I think we're all pretty much agreement that Gordy was pretty special.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the great one Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky, will he shoot? He does! He scores! Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal in 39 games!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back inside the Bell Center in Montreal. Alongside Dave Starman, I'm Alex Thomas. 2-1 Canadiens, your score through 20 minutes of play. It just took 93 seconds for Juraj Slafkovsky to strike tonight his second goal of the season from Cole Caulfield, who picks up his 3rd assist of the year. Then Nuke Suzuki in the power play from Ivan Demidov and Brendan Gallagher at 3:42. But the Rangers would get a big penalty kill, and then at 11:56, a one-timer from Mika Zibanejad in the left wing circle, his second goal of the year from Adam Fox and Artemi Panarin. That goal, by the way, is the 109th power play goal with the Rangers for Zibanejad. He's now 3rd all-time in franchise history in power play goals. And Dave, after a bit of a tough start to that period, it was the Rangers special teams that started to turn the tide in this game.
Absolutely. They got a huge penalty kill. Then they get a power play goal, and then they really settled in and took the period over for the most part. And it's one of the things you really have to like about this team is its maturity level. When things have gone south on them for a stretch of time, and there haven't been a ton of them, they've been able to turn it back around and right the ship. And they did tonight. They were absolutely getting skated into the ground by the speed of the Canadiens. And then with the big PK and PP, they have managed to get this game back on the right track.
When it's game time, it's Tully time. The second period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action.
Marty St. Louis has really got the Canadiens playing the way that he wants them to play, fast, hard, defending well. And it's amazing to think that this was a guy who, when he came out of the University of Vermont, couldn't find a team. Ottawa gave him a tryout, released him, signed in the International Hockey League in Cleveland. Calgary noticed him. They got him under contract. It wasn't until he got to Tampa Bay that he really exploded. Had a nice time with the Rangers, too. Oldest player in the history of the NHL ever to lead the league in scoring. And Marty St. Louis has taken that enthusiasm as a player, and he has brought it to the bench. And you can see the Canadiens, the way that they play reflected in the way that he coaches.
Rangers attacking from right to left, Canadiens left to right, and he kind of connected this Canadiens team growing up together to those Lightning teams as that puck is out of play 8 seconds into the period. He kind of compared it to those Lightning teams, started a young group in 2000, they grew up together, and then they win the Stanley Cup in 2004 against Calgary. And he noted some similarities, Dave, when talking to the media this morning. And you can see the talent, very much like that Lightning team, just oozes from this Canadiens roster.
Well, you can see, Hudson's contract, and there's a big contract. The players really supported it. Now the core is locked up. Hudson, Suzuki, Slafkowski, Dobson, Gooley. I mean, they are all locked up for a while. And with the exception of Dobson, they're all homegrown products.
And they made that big deal with the Islanders on draft day, moving 2 first-round picks to get Dobson. And they picked up Zach Bolduc for Logan Mailloux a few days later. Here's Hudson at the blue line. He's bumped by Connor Sheary. Picked up by Adam Fox. Sent up ahead for Alexis Lafreniere. He'll find Sheary. Gains the Canadian zone. Right wing side, Miller. Back in front for Sheary. Deflected on, and a save by Montembeault. Good job by Sheary to get there and get a piece of that Miller pass on the right wing side.
It all started with a great puck reception by Jason Lafreniere in his own zone. He had a short up on his stick.
This is Zibanejad. So the Rangers get the first good look here of period number 2, trying to find the equalizer after falling behind 2-0. Just 3:42 in, but they've stabilized this game. Caulfield didn't get all that. Comes to the Ranger blue line. Borgen off a Canadian stick. Up ahead, Cooley chasing after it. Gets there. It was already below the goal line. Cooley looking for Zibanejad in front. Went off of Struble. And Suzuki able to collect it, but his pass for Caulfield tipped out of play by Will Borgen.
So what's interesting, it's funny because my wife reminded me of it between periods, her also a sportscaster. She said the Rangers need to be in the third circle more. And what's the third circle? The third circle is that imaginary circle between the two circles in front of the net in either zone. And on the offensive side, the defensive side, teams that win what Jim Montgomery first termed to me as the third circle, the teams that win a lot of games, Rangers are starting to get into that third circle a lot more.
Dobson gets it to Slavkovsky, but it went off of Cooley. Cooley now left wing side. Lafreniere fumbled the puck check, then Zibanejad fumbled the puck, comes to Slavkovsky. Into the skates of Dobson, cross the ice Matheson. Suzuki tips this in, left wing side. Gets there ahead of Borgen, but Borgen stays with it, pokes it around the boards. Panarin off of Dobson. Panarin behind his own goal with just about 2 gone by. Trying to swing that up ahead, went off of Dobson. Radish looking to get there, but Matheson poked it away. Now Suzuki will counter left wing side. Into the Ranger zone, drops it, Newhook, shot saved by Quick. It's caught up in the paraphernalia. I don't know if Quick knew where that was, Dave, but he had it secured nonetheless, and he gets the whistle.
Alex Newhook with a good play, played his college hockey at Boston College. He got the puck as it came off ice and got a nice chance through a screen. This all started with a really ill-thought-out pass by Artemi Panarin off to the right side of Quick, who tried a home run pass up the middle, and it just didn't connect. Turned right around on the Rangers.
Newhook's a hockey family. His sister Abby going to be playing in the PWHL with Boston this year after being selected.
Good player.
Carrier's shot fought off by Quick. Picked up by the aforementioned Newhook. Up top for Carrier. Cross the ice, Jack Guy. Long shot in and out of the glove of Quick. Dimidov gets there ahead of Vakanainen. Now Kapanen pestered by Carrick in the left wing corner. Shot from the left wing circle from Newhook was blocked on the way to the goal.
Schneider's been great tonight. He has been their best defenseman. Borgen's been really good. Schneider's been great.
Rempe able to get that up ahead. I completely agree with that. This has been Schneider's best game, in my opinion, so far this season. He's had a few good ones, too. Newhook gets around Rempe, centering. Dimidov's shot fought off by Quick and up into the netting.
Before that even happened, Vakanainen absolutely obliterated Kapanen. And I think that's a great sign because right at the blue line, Vakanainen had him lined up, and instead of just eliminating him for the play, he almost eliminated him for the game. What a hit by Vakanainen and the Rangers, showing a little snarl and a little sandpaper in their own zone.
That's one way to slow down a speed-skilled team, is to make life difficult. We've seen that a little bit. I feel like since this game kind of calmed down, Dave, we've seen some of that physical stuff from this Ranger team.
No question. And the fact that you're seeing the 91 imprinted on the glass down there shows that Vakanainen connected through with a little bit of violence as the Canadiens are guilty of icing here. 17:09 to go in period number 2.
Yeah, that can't feel very good.
Leaves a mark, that's for darn sure.
Yeah.
Well, the Rangers defense has been physical. Borgen's been physical. He had 3 hits in the first period. Vakanainen's been physical. Schneider has gotten into people. Robertson has been really steady. It's been a good defensive game for them in the back end.
Gavrikov's shot went off a leg. Now Fox, a drive tip just wide by Sherry. Tipped him by the blocker of Montembeault. He got to that hard area and got a piece of it. That's the second tip for Sherry in this period.
Rangers starting to get into that area, starting to get into the Magic Land.
Beck took a hit. Puck up ahead, Veleno. Bolduc took a hit as well to make a play as the Rangers' physicality continues. Veleno left wing side. Now Bolduc, eyed by Fox. He'll turn, get it down low for Beck in his season debut. Beck had an assist last night for Laval against the defending Calder Cup champion Abbotsford Canucks about 20 minutes from here. Beck chasing after it right wing side, beats Fox to it. Around the boards, that's out of the reach of everybody, comes to Miller, who will snap this up ahead quickly. Icing waved off, it came to Montembeault. He'll quickly move it up ahead for Bolduc. Now up left wing side, Evans trying to get around Robertson, who had him march. Robertson forces Evans down low. Gallagher tied up deep in the Ranger zone by Fox, able to shake him off, gets it to Evans. Back up top, Matheson. His shot blocked by Cooley, who will control and exit out to center ice. Now find Panarin left wing side. Panarin pulls up. Artemi Panarin shot went off the stick of Josh Anderson and wide of the goal. Picked up by Gallagher this time. Flipped out to center ice for Evans. Evans working one-on-one against Borgen. His shot tipped up and out of play by Borgen with 15:46 to go in period number 2.
If you were going to put together a clip of how to play a one-on-one you'd use that one right there. Borgen with great speed, kept the middle lane. He got turned around for a second, but he never took his eye off the puck. Then when he got straightened out, was able to straighten himself out right around the top of the slot. Stick was out, and at no time did he ever allow Evans to be a stick length away from him, which has allowed Borgen to keep his man in track and tie him up.
Rangers win the draw. This is Edstrom at center ice. Slavkovsky quickly, Caulfield. Chipped into the Rangers zone. Suzuki gets there ahead of Robertson. Finds Caulfield, back down low, Suzuki. Up top, Matheson, left wing side. Matheson, Suzuki, left wing circle, turns, fires a shot, blocked by Borgen. Came to Edstrom, up ahead for Carrick, across center right wing side. He'll rush into the zone. Here comes Carrick, drops it, Rempe. His shot hit a stick. Knocked the stick clean out of the hands of Suzuki.
So that's the second really good rush of this game by that line.
Puck didn't get out. Vakanainen shot. Hit his own man, Rempe, in front. Picked up by Caulfield. And it's Rempe both times. It's had a good scoring look off those rushes, Dave. Suzuki. Run into by Schneider. Radish out to center, but it came right to Jackeye. D Carrier to his right. Carrier fires it into the Rangers zone. First one there, Newhook. Gets it, Kapanen, left wing circle. Bobbled the puck, lost it. Parsonen poked away by Kapanen. Newhook. Run into by Schneider. He tumbles down to the ice. Laba collects. Into the corner, lost it. Newhook looking. Dimidov tied up by Vakanainen. Now Parsonen with it for the Rangers. Backhands it out to center ice. Knocked down by Carrier. But played with a high stick with 14:33 to go in the period. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Good effort by the Lava line, especially in their own zone. They got a little scrambly back there. Lava made a really nice play. Instead of trying to force something, he took a puck that was in the bottom of the right wing circle, and he just pushed it towards the corner into safe ice, allowing the Rangers to regroup and make a secondary play. And if you can discipline yourself to put pucks in an area where you can live to fight another day, you wind up keeping a lot of goals off the board.
Radish inside of his own zone, pestered by Kapanen. He's got Dimidov in there as well. Kapanen gets it away from him. Dimidov up top, Jackeye steps into a shot, blocked by Laba, and that broke his stick. He drops it immediately, goes back to the bench, and the Rangers will now make changes as that pass for Newhook went through his legs. And the Canadiens will be guilty with icing with 14:03 to play in period 2.
So since about the midway point of period number 1, the Canadiens have not had the same ability to get out of their own zone as quickly as they were. And I think one of the reasons is the Rangers' forecheck, which was a little aggressive early. They were pitching, they were all jumpy, has really settled in. The Rangers done a nice job taking away the center lane, and they've done a really good job with pressure up ice.
They win an O-zone draw. D Gavrikov to Fox right wing side. Gets it to Miller. Now back up top, Gavrikov. His shot hits Sheary again, I believe, into the left wing corner. And if that was Sheary, that's the third redirection he's had in this period. Fox, left wing side, gives it across. One-timer blocked on the way in. It got to Montembeault, poked away by Gavrikov. Montembeault was on top of it for a moment. Gavrikov saw daylight, poked it free.
Oh, the Rangers are buzzing. They are buzzing. Everything's going to the front of the net.
Feels like it's a matter of time until they get that next one the way they're playing right now. Left wing point, Gavrikov across Miller. Now Fox, left wing side. Back up top for Gavrikov. Wouldn't he love his first as a member of the Rangers? Gavrikov down low. Comes to Lafreniere. He's got Miller going to the net. Went off of a skate and just wide. Went off of a Canadiens defender and just into the right wing corner. And Montreal desperately clears it out to center. It'll bleed into the Rangers zone. Picked up by Robertson. Both sides make changes. Snap the pass ahead. Went off the stick of Cooley. No icing. Zibanejad gets there first, but met by two red jerseys. Puck will come to Gallagher. Got it around Robertson, chasing after it. Foot race with Borgen. Gallagher's going to win it in the right wing corner. Gallagher knocked off the puck by Borgen. He's trying to dig it free, but it's Evans there who takes a bump for Matthew Robertson. Evans comes away with it. Gets it Gallagher, right wing circle, back up to the line. Dobson, cross the ice for Matheson. Matheson, Dobson too far ahead of him on the right wing. Dobson pinches in, gets there first, plays it left wing side for Evans. He's marked by Cooley. 12:25 to go in period 2. Gallagher had it go off his stick out to center. Calmly collected Matheson. D Dobson re-enters right wing side, swings it around the boards. Beck kicks it with his left skate to his stick. Now right wing circle, Dobson. Backdoor Evans, a shot off the side of the goal. Beck couldn't collect it. Borg in the loose puck. Up ahead, Panarin exits on the right wing side. He'll gain center, fire it in, go off for a change. 8 gone by in the period.
And if you're listening in your cars or wherever, you heard the oohs and the ahs of the crowd. Wasn't that close?
No.
It's a bad angle shot by Evans that hit the side of the net.
Well, depending on where you're sitting, I could see how you might get fooled. But you're right, that was not close. Veleno on the right wing side, getting away from Vakanainen. His shot, that one knocked away by Quick. Vakanainen the rebound, tied up by Beck with 11:38 to go in period 2. Still 2-1 Montreal. Shots 13-8 for the Canadiens. He's Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. Puck poked into the right wing corner. Vakanainen is bumped by Veleno. He's making his debut with the Canadiens tonight. They're signing as a free agent as this is flipped up and out of play. And now behind the play, you got Beck and Carrick jousting with 11:22 to go. Shots on goal 13-8 for the Canadiens. Your score, Montreal 2, New York 1. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Historic hockey moments.
The longest Game 7 in Stanley Cup playoff history, the New York Islanders versus the Washington Capitals at the Capitol Center, Saturday, April 18th through to Sunday, April 19th, 1987, the game known as the Easter Epic.
6 other times when a game has gone into quadruple overtime, shots on goal are 74-52.
He scores! LaFontaine at the blue line here in the 4th overtime, winning the series.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Under review.
And stop making excuses for bad goaltending. And is it bad? Is it horrendous? If you don't win because you don't make a save or two, yeah. The nature of it is the goaltender is responsible for 90% of the action. He's got to stop the puck. Why do we keep making apologies for goaltending? Stop it.
Under review with Mick Kerr. 11 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments.
March 2nd, 1993, Winnipeg hosts Quebec, where Jets forward Timo Solani is 3 goals off the pace of Mike Bossy's rookie record.
Timo Solani breaks it. He scores! Ladies and gentlemen, as you're all aware, that goal by Timo Solani establishes a new NHL record for goals in one season by a rookie.
The Finnish Flash's record-breaking goal came in his 64th NHL game, and he would finish his rookie season with an overall 76 goals.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Back here at the Bell Center in Montreal, Canadiens lead this one 2-1, 11:22 to go here in period number 2. Faceoff will be coming up to the left of Jonathan Quick in the Rangers defensive zone. The Rangers are the second best team in the NHL, not allowing a shot off a lost draw. When you watch their faceoffs, the ones that they've lost in the defensive zone, there haven't been a ton. But when they've lost faceoffs in the D zone, you can see how organized and how well their plan, or how good their plan is to get pucks back quickly and not allow chances.
It is Suzuki and Miller on the draw. Now let's see if we get the announcer's jinx here. And we don't, because the Rangers win the draw. It's picked up by Borgen. You know how many times I've been guilty of that?
Hey, here's another good one for you. Miller is over 50% on all 4 in-zone dots this season, and he just won another one.
Hudson up ahead. He's been terrific in so many areas of the game as JT Miller.
And give my friends at Sportlogic some credit for that one.
Caulfield inside of his own zone. Up to Slavkovsky in front of the Ranger bench. Now Caulfield with a head of steam. Enters into the right wing side. Here's Cole Caulfield. Shot. May have grazed the stick of Schneider. Kept in left wing by Slavkovsky. Schneider and Caulfield come together in the left wing corner. Slavkovsky trying to dig it free with 10:41 to go in period 2. Alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas, 2-1 Montreal is your score from the Bell Center on a Saturday night. Slavkovsky able to shake off Lafreniere, try to play it out in front, hit a couple of bodies, comes up to the left wing point for Struble. Able to find Suzuki, cross the ice, Hudson, right wing side, his shot saved by Quick. Slavkovsky couldn't get the rebound, Borgen had him tied up. Hudson gave it right to Miller, and he'll flip it up to Sheary at center ice, who could not get that in deep. Don't know if you realized there, Dave, that Anderson was so close, as Suzuki will chip this down the left wing. Anderson with a head of steam. Gets there first. Josh Anderson on the right wing side. Pass easily picked off by Cooley. He'll flip it out to center. Got around Matheson. No icing. Didn't have enough on it. Matheson pestered by Panarin. Able to get it to Dobson. Up ahead Evans. Had it poked away by Zibanejad. Cooley Couldn't get it in front. He was tied up by Dobson. Evans. Pass was out of the reach of Dobson. Gallagher swiped it away from Zibanejad. Kept in by Gavrikov, but his tap pass for Zibanejad was off the mark. Picked up Anderson across center ice. Dumps a backhander into the Rangers zone. Gavrikov up ahead. Anderson there, however, for the Canadiens. Back down low for Evans. Looking for Gallagher off the stick of Fox, who bullies Gallagher down to the ice. And now Cooley backhands it ahead. Panarin off the mark, too far ahead of Fox. Crowd voicing their displeasure as the Canadiens dump this in, but we get a whistle with 9:14 to go here.
I think the Canadiens are either offsides or they iced it. I think they iced it.
I think so, too.
So you're talking about Cole Caulfield a moment ago. He's part of that 2001 birth year group to play with the National Team Development Program, and what a draft they had. And when you look at it, Caulfield was drafted 15th behind all of the other bigger names in that elite group of USA guys. Jack Hughes, Matt Boldy, Trevor Zegras, Alex Turcotte. And he's probably got the second best numbers of that whole group. He's got 226 points, now 27, in 293 games played. That trails only Jack Hughes, who's got 372 points in 354 games.
Now, what a class that was. The Rangers win the draw. This is Robertson, left wing side. Shot goes wide. Parsonen couldn't corral the rebound.
And the funny thing was, that 01 group had trouble winning at the international level until they won the gold medal at the U20s.
This is Parsonen. Next era of USA hockey. Of course, the Olympics coming up as Robertson's shot hit lob out in front. Picked up Matheson. A lot of those guys will represent Team USA over in Italy in a couple of months, as Radish is tied up in front of the bench with Matheson. Kept in by Laba, try to feed Radish, but Matheson able to shadow him, and Evans will find it and flip it down the ice. Icing waved off with 8.5 to go in the second period.
I like Laba's intentions on that last play. He was just inside the blue line, the left wing side, and he thought he had an opportunity to slide a puck into the middle, and instead of just chipping it into the corner, he tried to force a pass. He almost got it.
Carrick, Vakanainen. Montemo had some trouble there as he was run into by Edstrom behind the net. Puck into the right wing corner. Jack-Eye away from Carrick. Up ahead, Kapanen. Didn't get it out. Edstrom, Carrick. Now Edstrom back to Carrick. Rempe going to the goal, but Carrick's shot is gloved down by Montembeault. Rempe in the mix. He's going to hear it from Jack-Eye, who's got him with his left glove. Let's see if anything materializes here. Two officials get in the middle of it right away.
Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, that'll quickly dissipate with 7:58 to go in period 2. And the Canadiens still leading by a score of 2-1. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York in the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Face-Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face-Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face-Off Inside the NHL. Watch now, only on Prime Video.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless Boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit peerlessboilers.com, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
2-1 your score from the Bell Center of Montreal alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. And bit of a homecoming tonight for Alexis Lafreniere, the first overall pick in the 2020 NHL draft for the Rangers. And Dave, Mike Sullivan talked a little bit about him this morning and about putting him in positions to succeed.
Absolutely. They want to see him go more linear, more north. They want to see him in straight lines, and they want to see him a lot more between the top. They're talking to John Goyens who does Canadiens radio. He's the analyst there. He coached against Lafreniere in AAA Midget. He said this guy spent most of his time in his amateur career between the dots because he's got such wide hips, such strong shoulders, and he was so good inside. They want to get him doing a little bit more of that at the NHL level. Think Anders Lee.
Off the draw, Fox a shot. Rebound bobbled by Montembeault. Rebound, Lafreniere went off the goalpost, and then Sheary too high over the blocker of Montembeault. Puck doesn't get out. Lafreniere's got it. Long shot, misses wide. Sheary picks it up, trying to swipe it out in front. May have clipped the skate of Montembeault before Caulfield picks it up. But the Rangers a great chance off the draw. They're not done in the zone yet. Sheary working right wing boards. Finally dug free and chipped out by Slavkovsky.
And as we just talked about it, 2 chances by Lafreniere, and both of them inside the dots.
They reload into the zone. Here's Miller. Lafreniere, left wing side. Alexis Lafreniere bumped by Struble. Puck came to Sheary off the skates of Dobson. Sheary trying to dig it free in the left wing corner. Came to Slavkovsky. Moves it up ahead Suzuki. He'll control an exit up to center ice and dump it down the left wing side. Caulfield chasing into the Rangers zone. He's there first. Have Slavkovsky out in front. Your eye Slavkovsky to the blue line. Dobson shot tipped just wide by Kapanen. Tipped up with a blocker of Quick. Zibanejad off Slavkovsky out to center. Trying to poke it away from Matheson. Sheary now for Cooley. Enters in right wing side of the Canadian zone. Cooley out his pocket picked by Dimidov. Puck comes into the left wing corner. Zibanejad. Up top Robertson. Down low. Dobson gets there in front of Cooley. They joust behind the Canadian net. Panarin bullied down to the ice by Matheson. Puck turned over. Cooley in front. Backhander missed it wide. On the feed from Zibanejad. Cooley tried to go and beat Montembeault by the glove, but his backhander just missed. Now at the other end, it's Kapanen. Loose puck Zibanejad off the legs of Dimidov. Kicked away by Quick. Dimidov out in front. Poked away by Cooley. Left wing point, Jack-Eye. Back down low, Dimidov. Eyed by Will Cooley. Ivan Dimidov is an assist tonight. Lost it, Zibanejad. Rangers could have numbers. Here comes Cooley. Great job by Jack-Eye on the back check. Now Panarin looking for Laba in his skates. Panarin, Cooley chasing after it left wing side. Got to be exhausted here. Does Cooley at the end of a shift.
Good call. Cooley's he's out of gas.
Laba now plays it behind the Ranger net. In front for Cooley. Had a stick tied up by Dimidov. New hook. Around the boards, Hudson. Good job here by the Rangers in this second period, pressuring for the equalizer. 5:41 to go as a Go Habs Go chant comes up from the crowd here at the Bell Center on a Saturday night. Hudson behind his own goal, eyed by Laba, plays it up ahead. This is Beck out to center, poked ahead by Veleno, turned it over Parsonen, lost it Hudson, picked up Parsonen left wing side once more, chips it to the line, Vakanainen, did he keep it? Yes he did. Down low Laba, he's worked down by Hudson in the left wing corner, Lane Hudson. Pokes it away, gets it to Owen Beck. 5:11 to go in period 2. Good battle in the left wing corner of the Canadian zone. Shots 14-11 for Montreal, who leads 2-1. But the Rangers pressing here in period 2 for the equalizer. Hudson is hammered down to the ice by Carrick.
That's what you need to do to Lane Hudson. You've got to get in on him because he is so skilled and so fast.
And here we go. Jack-Eye and Carrick are to go behind the play. Right in front of the Ranger crease. Jack-Eye with a couple of rights to start things off. They've got each other at arm's length here. Each of them exchanging a couple of rights, and then Carrick with a good one. Jack-Eye's lost his bucket. Now Carrick has 2. Carrick and Jack-Eye still tied up. Officials are going to... Nope, they're not going to get into it yet. No punch has been thrown here at a couple of seconds between these two. Jack-Eye calls off the officials. They're going to keep going. Carrick with a right, and he tumbles down to his knees. Now Jack-Eye and Carrick both tumble down to the ice. In a good tilt that was started by a good clean hit by Sam Carrick. With 4:50 to go in the period, Hudson, which was lost in this game, Hudson bounced back up and gave Carrick a good hit as well before Jack-Eye stepped in. 4:50 to go. Crowd energized in the fight between Carrick and Jack-Eye. Canadiens still leading by a score of 2-1. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Kirk Morrison from the SiriusXM Blitz. As the leaves begin to turn, we will take a look at how some of the rookies are doing in the first half of the season.
You know, I spent a lot of time studying Jackson Dart. He's got a lot of confidence in his arm.
Plus, NFC title contenders face off on Monday Night Football with the Bucs and the Lions.
Fire them cannons!
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The Messier Guarantee. May 25th, 1994, the New York Rangers face elimination in Game 6 against the New Jersey Devils.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third and a 2-2 tie. Kolomov, save, rebound, score! Messier!
For the empty net, Mark Messier. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win Game 6. He has just picked up the hat trick.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
February 7th, 1976, Toronto Maple Leafs captain Darryl Sittler dominates at home in an 11-4 win over Boston.
He's beat Brock to the Sharks record. 9 points in the game, 5 goals, 4 assists. Sittler misses. 10 points. That's a new record. As long as he lives, he'll remember this evening. So will all of us doing the game here at Maple Leaf Gardens.
On Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
I'm kind of surprised that there's not, to be honest. There was a clean hit by Carrick on Hudson. And as we mentioned going into the break, Dave, I mean, Hudson got back up, gave him a hit, felt like that was settled and done.
No, absolutely. But I loved the hit on Carrick. He lined him up, and he nailed him, and he got him clean. And you've got to get into a guy like Hudson. He's a gifted, talented, fleet-of-foot skater. He is a joy to watch play. But if he thinks he's got all the room in the world, he's going to burn you. And Carrick let him know that it's not going to be that easy the rest of the night.
So it is just 5 for fighting to both Carrick and Jackeye. So they're done for the remainder of the period with under 5 to go. Struble will give it across for Carrier, who swings it up ahead for Gallagher on the right wing side. Canadiens into the Rangers zone. 2-1 your score. He's Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. Good one here tonight at the Bell Center. Adam Fox leads the rush in, right wing side. He'll pull up. As Gavrikov on the left wing. Hide by Gallagher. Down low for Sheary. Game number 600 for him. He's had a strong second period. Couple of good looks for 43. Shot from Miller. Knocked away by Montembeault. Rebound sits there. Bottom of the right wing circle. Lafreniere turns and fires. Blocked by Anderson. Miller had his stick tied up by Evans. Couldn't get a shot away. Evans finds the loose puck. Chips it up ahead. Chance for Struble the other way. In front Gallagher. And a save made by Quick, who pounces on the loose change and hangs on for a whistle with 3:51 to go. Dave, that was a picturesque pass from Evans. It was a foot race.
What a play by Lafreniere to break this up. And then Quick had a good reaction to make sure that the secondary shot didn't find the back of the net. Lafreniere was in front of the net for 2 kicks at it. Talk about playing in the grease pan. That's exactly where he was. And he tracked back 200 feet paint to paint to make that play and break up what was developing into a 2-on-0. What a shift by number 13.
Brendan Gallagher can't believe that he doesn't have goal number 1 of the year. Matheson walks in, left wing side, shot by, I believe it was Dobson. It was kicked away by Quick.
Love how well Quick got out to the top of the crease to take away anything from Dobson.
Go back to that last rush. A great pass from Struble. Here's Dobson. Pass into the left wing circle for Caulfield. Broken up. Good stick by Zibanejad. I know they were down 2-0 early in this game, Dave, but I think you and I would both agree not much of a chance on either goal for Quick. It's been good again tonight for this team.
No question. And you're absolutely right. Quick had no chance on either one of them. They were both bang-bang plays. Away from the goaltender where he just couldn't get over and cover the open side of the net, but he's been good the rest of the way. Montreal with a little bit of a flurry on that last shift, but no grade A chances. Credit the Rangers defense for defending well in the hard areas.
Shots are 8-5 in the period for the Canadiens, 16-11 in the game. Off the drop, this is into the right wing corner. Chasing after it is Bolduc. Schneider, Parson in the line, not out. Dobson shot blocked by Noah Laba. He was stung a little bit, but stays out there as Matheson will move it ahead for Veleno, and he'll chip it into the left wing corner. Bolduc, now right wing side, Beck. Tied up by Parsonen. Veleno trying to dig it free. Worked on by Schneider. 3:05 to go in the period. Puck pops loose. Lava there for the Rangers. Exits the zone. Off the boards into the Canadian end. Collected by Dobson. He'll swing it behind his own net. Trying to shake off Radish. Dobson tied up Parsonen. Lava comes away with it. Left wing side. Watched by Beck. Lava to the line. Parsonen has a lane. He shoots. Hit Radish in front. Matheson trying to chip away the rebound. Got it towards the corner. Radish was on him. Picked up Dobson. Just over the stick of Vakanainen into the Ranger blue line. 2.5 to go in the period.
Vakanainen's made 4 or 5 plays in this game just by reading what was in front of him, where he's been able to make a secondary play that was pretty good. Rangers have just iced the puck here, but Vakanainen has just been really sharp and really dialed in tonight.
Yeah, I really like the pairing with Ian Schneider tonight, Dave. I think they've played 2 of their better games this season.
And what's interesting is they're both first-round draft choice. Like, they're listed on the depth chart as the 5th and 6th defenseman. They're anything but. Vakanainen was a first-round pick of the Bruins in 17, and Schneider a first-round pick of the Rangers in 20.
Face off to Quicks left. It'll be Miller and Suzuki with 2:25 to go in the second period.
Generally, if you got 2 first-rounders playing on your third pair, you're living right.
This is Vakanainen. Schneider kind of fanned on the pass, but quickly gets it back, and he's able to move it up ahead for Adam Edstrom, who's got Matt Rempe through center ice. This line's had a couple of chances tonight. It's JT Miller centering this line right now with Sam Carrick off for fighting. Slavkovsky ahead for Suzuki. Pass intercepted by Robertson. Chipped into the zone by Miller. He'll go for a change. Carrier bumped by Rempe in the corner. Lane Hudson's got it. Able to shake off Rempe. Up ahead, Slavkovsky. Poked away Zibanejad. Panarin chasing after it, right wing side. Artemi Panarin looking to get around Lane Hudson and does in the left wing. Hudson stays with him, however, knocks him off the puck. Carrier up ahead. Caulfield and Robertson tied up just outside of the Canadian zone. Slavkovsky trying to dig it away from Robertson. Loose puck, Zibanejad. Up ahead, Cooley. Has some room. Left wing side. Cooley shoot. Kick save. Montembeault the rebound. Cooley able to find it left wing side. Well, we got a whistle and a penalty called in the corner. A holding call with 88 seconds to go in the period. And the Ranger power play will go to work.
Montreal 45, minor penalty for holding. What a play by Zibanejad in the neutral zone. He picked up a loose puck, had some poise, some composure, took a quick look. I'm sure Cooley was screaming for it. And Cooley was screaming for it. He picked the puck up, went down the left wing side, made a really nice shot from the face-off dot that Montembeault had to stop on the short side. But Cooley read it really well, took off, and Zibanejad with another nice play with the puck on his stick.
Zibanejad from Fox and Panarin, 11:56 into the first in the power play. Zibanejad out there with Lafreniere, Miller, Panarin, and Fox as Miller goes back to the bench to receive a new stick.
I guarantee you somebody said I could use a little bit of a breather. Go change your stick. That's what
gamesmanship. I like it.
That's what leadership's all about, just reading the room.
Evans wins the draw. Miller forced a turnover, but gave it away to Jake Evans. He'll move up ahead short-handed and chip this in and go for a quick change. 1:16 to go here in period 2. Rangers on the power play down by 1. Alexis Lafreniere, Zibanejad, back to Lafreniere. Left wing side, this is Miller. Drops it back, turned it over. Here comes Newhook, short-handed. Up ahead, waiting for reinforcements. Right wing side, Newhook. Newhook, right wing circle, shot off the stick of Fox into the corner. Final minute of period 2.
Two passes by Miller that didn't connect.
Panarin out there now. This is Lafreniere. He's got Panarin going to the goal. There's the pass, and he tapped it wide. Had a wide open cage. Glove side on Montembeault, and Panarin just missed.
He was a little bit ahead of him. He had a stretch to get it, but really good entry by the Rangers and another good setup.
Would have been a very tough play, as you alluded to. Panarin has it now left wing side. Lafreniere in the left wing circle. This is Panarin. Pass just missed him. Off the right wing boards, Fox. 20 seconds to go. Miller, left wing circle. Across. Panarin walks in, shoots. No. That's up into the netting. That may have kissed the outside of the goalpost, Dave. Not entirely sure.
I think Montembeault got it with his glove.
Yeah.
And you know what's really
changed direction.
You know what's really surprising me? I went to the presentation on the catch and release by elite level shooters, and I used a lot of Panarin. Panarin's holding on to the puck a lot longer than I'm used to watching him do it. Normally it's there and it's gone, and he is one of the elites at the two-touch He's holding on to the puck like an extra second, and it's costing him, I think, some chances to legitimately score.
Zibanejad on the draw, but it's won by the Canadiens. Dobson will fire this up the boards. It gets by Panarin down the ice. 8 seconds to go. There'll be some carryover time here in the third period as Fox up ahead. Zibanejad tips it, and Montembeault's going to make a blocker save as the horn will sound and end period number 2. The Rangers will have 32 seconds of power play time when we begin the third and final period. Dave, I know they didn't score in that period, but that felt like the Rangers had a lot of chances, only 7 shots, but it felt like that's not really indicative of how well they played in that period. A couple of near misses, some misfires from in tight.
So if you look at the difference between grade A shots and grade A chances, they would tell you a much different story in period number 2. They didn't have the grade A shots to the volume that they wanted, but they set up 5 really good chances in the grade A's. There were a couple that were tipped wide, there were a couple on the rush, there were a couple of off of offensive zone play, but the bottom line is you're seeing over the last few games the methodology of what they're trying to create, how they're creating it. It hasn't kicked yet, but the bottom line is they're still getting really good looks.
Yeah, I had plenty of them in the second period. It was, Connor Sheary alone had 3 or 4 good looks in that period and a couple of deflections that went just wide. So the Rangers will look for a come-from-behind victory here tonight at the Bell Center, down 2-1 through 40 minutes of play. No goals to tell you about in the second period. Shots on goal were 8-7 for the Canadiens, 16-13 through 40 minutes of play here tonight. That does it for period number 2. Intermission report is coming your way next. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face-Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face-Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
London Jewelers presents their annual watch fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th from noon to 5 p.m. Experience the latest collections of distinctive timepieces from the world's most prestigious watch brands. From selection to service, London Jewelers is a trusted, authorized retailer for the world's finest watch brands. Join us at the London Jewelers Annual Watch Fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th. London Jewelers since 1926.
This is the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now, here's Pat O'Keefe on the MSG Radio Network.
Well, after 2 periods of play in Montreal, we still have a 1-goal game, a scoreless second period for both teams. The score remains 2-1 in favor of the Canadiens. So if you look at what the Rangers have done tonight, after allowing 2 goals to be scored within the first 4 minutes of this game, they have completely clamped down since then. Remember, the Rangers coming into tonight's game had the lowest goals against average in the entire NHL. Their defense playing statistically better than than everyone coming in. It was a rough start. The Rangers stabilized things after giving up those 2 goals. They were able to kill off a penalty, and then when they had a power play opportunity in that first period, Mika Zibanejad capitalized with his second goal of the season, his first on the power play. That made it 2-1 after 1, heading into the second. As we get to the scoring report for the second period, there isn't a scoring report because there was no scoring. A few penalties, Sam Carrick and Arbor Jakai, with about 5 minutes to go in that second period. Each got 5 minutes for fighting. Their periods complete at that point. And the Rangers are currently on a power play. Alexander Carrier, 2 minutes for holding, came with about a minute and a half remaining in that second period. The Rangers, to begin the third, will have 32 seconds of power play time with a chance to equalize the game. Shots on goal in the second period, identical to the first, 8-6 in favor of Montreal. It is 16-12 in shots on goal after 2 periods. Face-offs very even. The Rangers have won 20. The Canadiens have won 19. Each team is 1 for 2 on the power play. Each team with 9 penalty minutes. The Rangers have more than doubled up the Canadiens in terms of hits. They have landed 19 on Montreal players, but it is the Canadiens with that 2-1 lead with 20 minutes to play in regulation. 100 years of history. The Rangers Centennial Collection is now available for purchase. Grab a jersey, hat, sweatshirt, t-shirt, and more by heading to shop.msg.com/Rangers. Time for this date in Rangers history. We've got a couple for you on this October 18th, all the way back to 1952 on this date. Harry Howell and Andy Bathgate each made their NHL debut. Howell registered his first career NHL goal as the Rangers faced the Maple Leafs in Toronto. Of course, Howell and Bathgate now have their numbers hanging from the rafters at Madison Square Garden. October 18th, 1979, Phil Esposito led the Rangers to a 6-3 win over the Canucks by scoring 3 straight goals. That would be the 32nd and final hat trick of his career. That was the most in NHL history at that time. Rangers trail the Canadiens 2-1 after 2 in Montreal. We're going to take a break, and when we come back on the New York Rangers' second intermission report, we'll hear from Juuso Parssinen as he speaks with John Giannone, with the Rangers trailing by a goal. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry, oak, or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
London Jewelers presents their annual watch fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th from noon to 5 p.m. Experience the latest collections of distinctive timepieces from the world's most prestigious watch brands. From selection to service, London Jewelers is a trusted, authorized retailer for the world's finest watch brands. Join us at the London Jewelers annual watch fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th. London Jewelers since 1926.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 or lease for $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN390557. MSRP $32,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 financed. Ends 10/31/25.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless Boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two, and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, Jew. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, Jew. Hey!
Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
And we are back on the New York Rangers' second intermission report, with the Rangers trailing the Canadiens 2-1 after 2 in Montreal. Looking for tickets, merch, special ticket offers? Rangers SMS is an easy way to keep up with the Rangers. In the palm of your hand, just text Rangers to 50312 to join. Before we hear from Juuso Parssinen after the second period, let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Pat O'Keefe with you in our New York City studios in between periods 2 and 3 from Montreal, where the Rangers, after falling behind 2-0 less than 4 minutes into this game, stabilized things in the first period, and they remain a goal behind with one more period to go. It's 2-1, Canadiens on top. Mika Zibanejad's power play goal in the first, the only for the Rangers tonight. As far as Juuso Parssinen goes, in the first 2 periods, 6 minutes and 20 seconds of ice time, and he blocked one shot. With the Rangers trailing by 1, he stopped by and chatted with John Giannone.
Juuso, through 40 minutes, it seems like probably since the 8-minute mark of the first period, you guys have settled down and played the game you've wanted to play. What stands out to you about the first 40 minutes?
Yeah, like you said, I think we were not really ready. At the beginning of the game, they got their 2 goals, but then at the 10-minute mark or whatever it was, we started to play, and since then, I think we played pretty good hockey. We've had a lot of looks. I think we just got to bear down and put the puck in the net.
This is your 3rd game of the season. You have a goal and an assist so far. You played 5.5 minutes tonight. How would you describe what Mike Sullivan is implementing here, is having you guys do at both ends of the ice, offensive and defensive ends?
Yeah, just got to play good, reliable hockey, 200-feet game, playing with Laba and Ratty, 2 really good skaters. Got to utilize that, be hard on pucks. Whenever in D zone, we got to close quick, be smart with the puck, be hard on blue lines and all that. And whenever we get to the O zone, win the battles, get the puck to the net, and maybe get some looks there too.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably the 3rd period recipe. You guys have had close to 30 shots on goal in almost every game, but only 13 so far tonight. What are the Canadiens doing to limit you guys, and what can you do better in the 3rd?
I mean, they're a good team. They're very, very talented. They skate hard. When they skate hard, they close quick. But yeah, like I said, we had a lot of looks. I think we just got to bear down, keep going, don't get frustrated, and eventually, I'm sure the puck is gonna find the back of the net.
Sounds like good advice. Thanks so much for joining us, Juuso. Appreciate the time.
Yep, thank you.
So Parssinen, part of the Rangers' 3rd line, centered by Noah Laba, also with Taylor Radish. Parssinen scored the only Rangers goal in Thursday night's game in Toronto early in the 3rd period to tie it at 1, which helped send it to overtime, where the Rangers lost to the Maple Leafs. That was his first and only goal of the season so far. Time on ice leaders through 2 periods. Among the forwards for the Rangers, Mika Zibanejad, 14 minutes and 46 seconds. He also has a team-high 3 shots on goal, all of those coming in the first period. Among the defensemen, Adam Fox, 15 minutes and 28 seconds. So Parssinen, part of that 3rd line that started the season really well. It's been the 4th line, including tonight, that continues to be one of the true bright spots for the Rangers, especially among their group of forwards. Sam Carrick, Adam Edstrom, Matt Rempe, a couple of more scoring chances tonight. including one good one in the second period. And head coach Mike Sullivan was asked about that line before the game, specifically the center, Sam Carrick, who has 2 shots on goal tonight, and how his presence has really provided an anchor for the 2 giants on the wings, Edstrom and Rempe.
Yeah, I think anytime you have a veteran like that in between 2 young guys, it helps. They just have a calming presence. They become they have the anchor, so to speak, on the lines, and they help the young guys. And I think that line has really developed a fair amount of chemistry. I think Sam has been the anchor there, just with the decisions he makes. Sam's a smart player. He's decent on both sides of the puck, and with those 2 guys he has with him, just their size and their skating ability, their reach, they're just hard to play against. They just take up space in all 3 zones, and they're mobile guys for their size. And I think their overall game with the puck is starting to evolve. But I think they understand. We're trying to help them learn how to play to their strengths. Challenging, hanging on the pucks down low in the offensive zone, going low to high and getting inside, getting to the net front, getting underneath defensemen, forcing teams to have to defend them in the scoring area. They're a handful for anybody because of how big they are and how strong they are. So I think they're getting a better understanding of how to play to their strengths, and that's what we're trying to help them with.
All the scoring so far tonight having come in the first period. On the Rangers side, that was Mika Zibanejad, his power play goal, his second of the season. Period number 3 is coming up. The Rangers trailing the Canadiens by a score of 2-1. I'll be back with you on the New York Rangers post-game show. Enjoy the rest of this one, everyone. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next. Historic hockey moments.
Mr. Hockey's final NHL goal, April 9th, 1980, the Hartford Whalers at the Montreal Canadiens.
Now over the line to his father, son to father, backhand shot, they score! Number 9, Father Howe. And they're going to give him a standing ovation here in the Montreal Forum. A tremendous tribute to one of the most amazing athletes in any sport.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
301 days since the hit on Chris Draper.
The Colorado Avalanche at the Detroit Red Wings, March 26, 1997, brawl in Hockeytown.
Now Darren McCarty gets his shots in at Claude Lemieux. And look who came all the way out to try to help, Patrick Roy. Oh my goodness, Vernon and Roy. They are on their feet here at Joe Louis Arena.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
April 10th, 1982, the miracle on Manchester. Game 3 heading into the third between the heavily favored Edmonton Oilers, who were up 5-0 over the underdog LA Kings.
Shot by Evans, he's out! The Kings have taken the lead in the series. They came from behind to win it in overtime, 6-5.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Third and final regulation period for the Bell Center on a Saturday night, alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. And Dave, Rangers are trailing heading into this third period down 2-1, but they've done a lot of good things tonight, and they don't necessarily have to chase the game here. Yes, they need a goal, but they don't need it right away.
They'll start the period on the power play, which is always a good thing. If they don't get it on the power play, the bottom line is don't start playing anything high risk. You need this goal right away, right? You got 20 minutes to get it, or you get 2 to win the game. But with the way the Canadiens transition, and the way they can capitalize on the simplest of mistakes, if you try anything high risk with the puck, I think it's a matter of settling into this period, getting your legs underneath you before you let the horses run.
When it's game time, it's Tully time. The third period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Rangers going left to right, Canadiens right to left in this third and final regulation period. As Dave mentioned, the Rangers on the power play here to start the third. Here's a chance off the hop for JT Miller, but he couldn't get the shot on goal as the puck was bouncing on him. Panarin down low. Lafreniere, Miller right wing boards. Drifts into the circle. Lafreniere pass in front was blocked. Got it back, went to Miller. Now across the Zibanejad, couldn't get a shot away. Puck kind of stuck on him there. Fox to the line. Panarin, 3 seconds to go on the power play. Gives it. Fox, shot of the traffic. They score! Tipped in front by Miller. Not sure if it'll be a power play goal or not. The Rangers don't care. They've drawn even 34 seconds into period 3.
They were patient. They were methodical. And the thing I like the best is when Zibanejad on the left wing circle couldn't get that one-timer teed up. He calmly chased it. He bumped it down low, and the Rangers maintained possession. Shot came through to the front of the net. This might be Miller's goal as he was standing in front as the tip came through. Once again, the Rangers' defense, and this is becoming a theme, the Rangers' defense have been really good at getting long-distance shots onto the net, forcing goalies either to make saves or allowing teammates to play for tips.
I don't think it's going to go as a power play goal officially, Dave, but it might as well, as they never were able to get 5 back in with the Canadiens, and we're tied 2-2 here early in the third period. I believe it'll be Miller's goal. We'll wait to see. Lafreniere was in the neighborhood as well. Definitely changed direction on the shot from the blue line.
Bottom line is they had 2 in front of the net, causing all kinds of issues for the goaltender from Montreal.
Now we get a whistle here, believe, for an offside as Jack-Eye gets a shot at Rempe, and the officials get in there immediately. Those two barking at each other.
See, if you're Jack-Eye, look, what are you doing? You're trying to make a name for yourself because you're going to challenge Rempe here? Rempe has shown that he's here to play hockey and not be a circus act. What are you thinking? He has gone through 6 games showing you he really has no interest in dropping the gloves unless he has to. And I believe Montreal has wound up with another player in the penalty box. Let's see what's going on if it winds up with 2 and 2.
Montreal 72, 2-minute minor cross-checking. New York 73, 2-minute minor roughing.
That's a lousy call. I'm generally on the official side most of the time. Rempe didn't deserve a penalty there.
No, I don't think so either. I'm a little surprised that they even that up, but regardless...
I got to be honest, I don't think Jack-Eye deserved a penalty there. I mean, that was just 2 guys doing guy things. But, like, it's... if you're Jack-Eye, and this is something that the Canadiens coaching staff probably sits them down and saying, hey, listen, we are not in a spot here where it's time to be brave. I mean, it's 2-2. We just blew a 2-0 lead. Let's play the game.
So we will play 4-on-4 with Rempe and Jack-Eye in the penalty box. But now just over a minute gone by in the third period that has already seen the Rangers tie the game. For the moment, the goal is being given to Adam Fox. I think that will be changed. Here's a chance for Suzuki. Healed on the shot. He gets it back, tied up by Fox. Suzuki trying to feed Caulfield. Came back to Suzuki. Now Matheson, Dobson. They play catch. Matheson right wing side. Pass for Dobson. Hopped over his stick, off the boards, and out to center. That is changed, by the way. It is JT Miller's goal as the Canadiens come in offside. So it's Miller from Fox. 34 seconds in. Second goal of the year for JT Miller. His 4th point. And the 3rd assist and 5th point of the year for Fox.
4-on-4 situation generally favors the teams that are a little faster. Montreal is probably a little quicker as a team than the Rangers are, and Montreal so far has dominated possession for the first 31 seconds of this 4-on-4. When you're in this 4-on-4 scenario, making sure you're playing man-on-man, staying with your check, and head on a swivel in defensive zone is paramount, because if you lose your check, it's a 2-on-1 somewhere.
Miller will move this across for Lafreniere. Pass got away from him. He quickly pounces on it, but Demidov is on Lafreniere. They come together. Crowd applauds. Loose puck picked up by Will Borkin. And the second possession changes. Everybody boos. They're hanging on every move. It is a great atmosphere as Schneider takes it up across. Lafreniere on the left wing side. Into the corner, Miller steers it around the board. Schneider waiting for it. 4-on-4 for the next 55 seconds. Newhook and Schneider come together. Puck came to Miller, who's tied this game in a redirection. Schneider trying to walk the line on Newhook. Schneider. He and Newhook go to the left wing side. Newhook shook him off. Finds the puck. He's got Struble nearby, but Newhook will hold. Take it across center ice. Now curl back with Carrick on him.
I like how the Rangers have gotten Montreal to regroup a bit, head towards their own net a bit. and not be able to attack with the speed I saw them take to Seattle and Nashville this week.
Suzuki, Caulfield left wing side. Took a bump from Carrick. Now Suzuki, right wing, up to the blue line. Carrier, D-to-D, Matheson, left wing point. He's bumped off the puck by Carrick. Fox moves it up ahead. Rangers could have numbers the other way. Here comes Cooley. Right wing side, he's got Carrick with him. Cooley pulls up. Has a man. A shot from Robertson goes wide. Looking for his first NHL goal. Set up by Will Cooley.
All because Matheson pinched and tried to get a little too aggressive on the left wing side in the Montreal offensive zone, and Carrick with a good play to get out quick.
Back to 5-on-5. Rempe and Jacky are freed from the penalty boxes. Vakanainen plays it up ahead off the skates of Dobson. Rangers will move things up. Here's Panarin, enters in on the left wing. Panarin, Zibanejad, right wing side, drops it. Panarin, shot, save Montembeault. Rebound up top, Sheary on the left wing. Gets it to Zibanejad, right wing circle. Panarin walks in, fires too high over the glove of Montembeault. It'll bounce over the stick of Vakanainen all the way into the Ranger end.
Panarin's strength is being able to wrist it short side when he's on his wing. He went to the strength of Montembeault.
Schneider lost it. Kapanen shot. His stick blew up on him. A bad break in a literal and a figurative sense, and that allows the Rangers to move it out to center. Panarin, Miller, right wing side. He'll chip it down. Kapanen was set up in that left wing circle, and the stick blew up. Panarin in front. Miller, a shot blocked away by Montembeault.
I think the puck was rolling on Miller. He had a goal. Still got a shot, but if it was flat, it probably goes through the back of the net.
Sheary, Panarin, Sheary, back to Panarin, up top. Robertson, a drive, he scores! Matthew Robertson, first NHL goal, has given the Rangers the lead.
Robertson almost had one before, he gets it now, and like a good captain should, JT Miller goes to the net and gets the puck for Robertson. Great setup by the Rangers as they move the puck up high, use high ice, and Robertson just let it fly. Montembeault just missed it. Montembeault's got a really good glove hand, and he didn't move. I mean, that was bizarre. He was in a good spot to handle a shot. He should have moved his left arm out just a little bit, and he didn't. But the Rangers, ground game, below the goal line, made that happen. They won every 50-50. They won every race. They won every battle, and now they're winning the game.
He had one goal in 60 games last year in Hartford, where he led the team in points by a defenseman. He's got his first career NHL goal in point here tonight in the Bell Center in game number 4 this season in his 6th career NHL game.
Second round pick in 2019, 49th overall, in a special moment in a special building.
Evans up ahead, and the Rangers, Dave, have scored 3 unanswered and now lead this game here in period 3. Canadiens trying to counter. Evans' shot went off of his stick. Panarin and Sheary are going to get the assist on the goal. Panarin's 4th helper of the year, 2nd tonight. And Sheary in game number 600 gets his 2nd assist as a Ranger. Gallagher takes a bump from Noah Laba, but the puck comes to Evans on the left wing side. Evans up top. Struble a shot. Hit a body in front. Might have been Will Borgen. It goes wide. Laba will flip this out to center. Down the ice. It is going to be icing, despite taking a wild bounce and thought for a split second that may end up hitting Montembeault.
So the Rangers tried to sneak a change just before the icing, and it didn't look like a parade in front of their bench, and the officials get it all squared away, but what it did was buy the Rangers probably an extra 15 seconds to catch their breath before this defensive zone draw. To the left, quick.
2 goals in the first 4:09 of the 3rd period. JT Miller from Adam Fox, 34 seconds in. Matthew Robertson's first NHL goal from Artemi Panarin and Connor Sheary at 4:09.
Interesting on the draw. Parsonen took the draw, and the first didn't go, and Parsonen looked like he was literally asking the linesman if he could take a step back because of how tight the linesman was on the dot. In the NHL, the linesmen get really tight to the dot. It's different than any other level, and it looked like Parsonen was just begging for a couple of inches, which is a good centerman. You are allowed to do, just have to do it politely.
This is Fox inside of his own zone. Gavrikov, Zibanejad moves up ahead. Rangers leading now 3-2. Zibanejad dances in, finds Panarin, shoots, he scores! Artemi Panarin's got his first of the season, and the Rangers have scored 4 unanswered goals, 3 here in the 3rd. It's 4-2 New York.
If you're Marty St. Louis, you cannot be happy with the play Kapanen made in the neutral zone. Kapanen basically just did a fly swatter towards Zibanejad, didn't get in his way, didn't try to stop him at all, so Zibanejad passed him like a light post. And then once he got speed and grabbed the blue line right down the middle of the ice, that's when he moved it off to the wing, got it to Panarin. What a wrist shot far side to the stick side of Montembeault, and the Rangers double the lead.
Panarin, 3 points tonight, Dave, a goal and 2 assists, his first goal of the year. And now, icing waved off for a moment there. Looking at the Canadiens, going to be guilty of icing. As this building in a stunned silence, 3 goals in 5:51 here in period 3. It's 4-2 New York.
What Kapanen's play in the neutral zone, I mean, that is inexcusable. I mean, he literally let Zibanejad fly by him and barely did anything. And that allowed 2 of the Rangers' more dangerous offensive players to gain the zone with speed and numbers. And once they did, the pass to the right wing side, Panarin, the right shot, ballisted it across the body of the goaltender, Montembeault.
Vladislav Gavrikov off the draw. He's got his first point as a Ranger, the secondary assist on the Panarin goal at 5:51. Mika Zibanejad with his first assist of the year, the primary helper. He's got 2 points tonight. As Carrick with a bump on Lane Hudson in the corner. Boy, Lane Hudson is going to be sick of seeing Sam Carrick by the time this game ends.
I like the fact that the Rangers have taken the body on Hudson every chance that you can.
Edstrom forced a turnover, working left wing side, swipes it down low. Rempe's got it. Carrick out in front. Matt Rempe works left wing side, swings it up top. Schneider's shot missed just wide. Puck behind the Canadiens goal, collected Edstrom back up to the blue line. Gavrikov, D to D for Schneider. His shot bounces off the end boards. Came right to Newhook. He'll exit for Montreal up the left wing side. It was 2-0 Canadiens very quickly here tonight. But 4 unanswered goals for the Rangers has them now in control with under 13 to go in the hockey game. 3 goals here in period 3. Sam Carrick up ahead. Nice pass. Sheary with speed. Enters in. Left wing side. Shot kicked aside by Montembeault with ease by the right pad. Sheary lost it. Bolduc. He'll wedge it out to center ice. Pass up ahead. Joe Veleno. Forced off the puck by Morgan. Lafreniere couldn't get it out. Bolduc up to the left wing point. Matheson swipes it D to D for Carrier. Shot on the traffic. Stopped by Quick. Rebound Beck. Couldn't settle it down. Comes to Sheary. And he'll swing this out to center ice where Carrier is hammered by Miller. And then Lafreniere tumbles over him. Veleno worked on by Robertson, left wing side. Bolduc bumped off by Miller. Schneider finds the loose puck. Lays it up ahead, Lafreniere. Took a bump from Matheson, but got it to the Canadiens' blue line, where Dobson will collect with just over 8 gone by.
Canadiens are trying to up their physical level as well. They're more of a skating team than a physical team, but they are trying to establish a bit more of a physical presence, especially along the walls. Rangers have won the half walls all night long.
Crowd furious, thought Robertson was guilty of interference, but we'll play on. Struble across the ice, Dobson shot, scores! There was traffic in front, Dave. It was Gallagher the screen. Noah Dobson fires it home, and it's a 1-goal game again.
Brendan Gallagher doing exactly what Brendan Gallagher does, and that is getting in front of the net to make sure that the goaltender has to adjust. Gallagher just dancing along the paint. Shot came in from the right wing side and went to the short side of Quick. Gallagher wasn't necessarily in the crosshairs of Quick, but it was a double screen as the Canadiens had some traffic inside that right wing faceoff circle that Quick had to look through. The screen was set up by Josh Anderson, and what a shot by the former Islander, Noah Dobson.
The big offseason addition for this team's got his first goal as a member of the Canadiens, and it's 4-3 in what has been a wildly entertaining third period tonight. 4 goals already, and the Ranger lead down to 4-3.
It's periods like this, which is why fans buy tickets to go watch pro hockey. This has been great to watch.
Fans love it. Do coaches love it?
Not so much.
Vakanainen, long shot, easily gloved down by Montembeault. The Rangers scored 3 times in the first 5:51 to take a 4-2 lead, but Noah Dobson gets the Canadiens back within 1. Rangers lead 4-3 from the Bell Center. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731. MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face-Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Big offensive zone draw for the Rangers. It'll be to the right of the goaltender Sam Montembeault. Zibanejad will take it on his offside. He's got Panarin sitting on the inside.
Canadiens win the draw in their own zone. Matheson moves it ahead. 11:04 to go in the hockey game. 4-3 Rangers, who have scored 3 times in this period. But Noah Dobson has gotten the Canadiens back within 1 with his first goal as a Canadian.
Linesman got hit in the face with a puck.
He's stung and goes down to a knee. We're going to get a whistle now.
He got nailed right in the cheek. And he is down, and they are going to need the trainers to come out and take a look. This was point blank.
And obviously, something you never want to see. And that's one of the risks with the job. You know, these guys have a very difficult job, these men and women who officiate this high-octane sport.
Scott Cherny is the official that is down, and it is right in front of the penalty box. Would be the Rangers penalty box. He got hit just inside the blue line as Montreal tried to put the puck back into the Rangers zone along what was their left wing side, and just inside the blue line is where Cherry was, and he caught it, I believe, on the right cheek.
Take a look, yeah.
And Matheson was the one who got him. Matheson just went over there and tapped him on the shoulder to apologize. Obviously not Matheson's fault. A little bit of blood on the ice.
Oh, we saw the replay here in our broadcast booth, Dave, just a moment ago, and yeah, that got him right on that right cheek, as you mentioned. Certainly cut, which is something you never want to see. Mika Zibanejad in the area, just checking in on him, and now the crowd, as he begins to rise back to his feet, with round of applause. Nice classy gesture from the fans here at the Bell Center. It's not just a passionate fan base. I know you spent a lot of time around this market. It's a passionate fan base, but it's a really knowledgeable one as well.
It's a sophisticated hockey fan base who, they know the game, they know their team, they know the league, they know the history. Youth hockey is huge up here. Senior hockey has always been big in Quebec. So from the time you put your skates on until the time you decide you don't want to put your skates on, hockey is part of the everyday life up here, whether it's spring, summer, winter, fall, doesn't matter. And here's my thing. When the scouting staff would go out to a restaurant after meetings and people in a restaurant knew who the scouting staff was, this city is dialed in to its hockey team.
Well, he's going to go down the tunnel here, so it looks like we're going to go with 2 referees and 1 linesperson.
So basically what happens here is the 2-referee system stays in place. The linesman will continue to do his job, but one of the referees, depending on who the deep referee is, will assume a little bit of the linesman duty here, especially on ices.
Reminder that New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. 10:50 to go in the hockey game. If you're just joining us, you've missed a great game here tonight from the Bell Center on a Saturday night. Great atmosphere here, 4-3 Rangers lead, 3 goals here in the third period. And then Noah Dobson has gotten the Canadiens within 1 at 8:26 from Jaden Struble and Josh Anderson. The Rangers getting goals from Miller, Robertson, his first in the NHL, and Artemi Panarin to turn a 2-1 deficit into a 4-2 lead. Here's Fox's shot, saved by Montembeault, and he'll hang on with 10:42 to go in the period. So, Dave, I want to ask you, we saw a game that we had a lot of chances in the first 40 minutes, just 3 goals. Now we've really quickly got 4 goals. How do you settle this down?
My feeling is you've got to let your players play, but they've got to play responsibly. This is where, we talk about structure. This is where a coach will say to their teams, hey, keep pushing the envelope, keep skating, keep taking advantage of your chances, but don't get out of the structure. Because once you get out of the rules of engagement you play by, that's when the bad goals start. That's when the odd man rushes happen.
Miller keeps this in. Went through the legs of Lafreniere into the right wing corner. Alexis Lafreniere trying to swing that back up to the point, out of the reach of Gavrikov. This will go all the way down the ice. Waiting for it behind his own goal is Quick. Waits for it to come into the trapezoid, plays it up ahead. Kicked down low by the right skate of Alex Newhook, but it came to Gavrikov, who swings it away from Demidov. Finds Alexis Lafreniere. He'll take it across center ice. Lafreniere chips this into the Canadian zone. First one on it is Alexander Carrier, acquired last season from Nashville in a trade in mid-December. He was a big part of the Canadiens' commitment to defense as they returned to the Stanley Cup playoffs last year. Matthew Robertson will exit the zone on the left wing side. Got it around Newhook. Went off a Canadian stick right to Montembeault, who leaves it for Carrier. Crowd right back into it with under 10 to go in the hockey game. Shots 21-19 for the Rangers, who lead 4-3. Out to center ice, Slavkovsky. Caulfield, left wing. Working on Robertson. Those two come together along the left wing boards. Loose puck, Cooley. Will Cooley exits with control. Got it away from Suzuki as Caulfield and Robertson were engaged still deep in the Rangers zone. Panarin. Down low, Zibanejad cuts in front. Now Cooley couldn't get a shot away. Puck was bouncing on him. Suzuki moves it ahead. Caulfield couldn't settle it. Schneider on the right wing side. It was in his skates, able to get it ahead to Cooley. Backhands it deep into the Canadian zone. Hopped over the stick of Montembeault. Dobson. 9:13 to go in the hockey game. Gets it Matheson. Played up ahead over the stick of Schneider, but collected by Vakanainen. Schneider. Back to Vakanainen. As Carrick, Edstrom, and Rempe jump over the boards. Carrick drops it. Schneider. Up ahead, Edstrom. Chipped into the Canadian zone. Montembeault to settle it. Took a weird bounce off the end boards. But it got by both Carrick and Edstrom out to center. This is Fox. D-to-D for Gavrikov.
There's a good chip in by the Rangers because they kept the puck along the kick plate, making Montreal have to go way back for the Rangers to ice the puck. When you're dumping pucks in, especially when you're trying to protect the lead like this one, the best thing you can do is when you dump it in along the rail. And that way, when a team has to go back for it, they can't come and just sweep and go. They actually have to go to the wall, slow down, make a play, and that's when you get a pretty good chance to establish a forecheck and pin a team in.
Face off to the left of Jonathan Quick, won by Owen Beck, but it's taken away by Adam Edstrom, who moves up ahead left wing side, working on Hudson. Edstrom has Rempe going to the goal. There's the pass, but it was too far ahead of Rempe. Fox kept it in. Rempe left wing circle, turns, fires a shot, save made by Montembeault. Lane Hudson the rebound, plays it up ahead for Owen Beck, playing his first game of the season tonight on an emergency recall from AHL Laval with Kirby Dock and Patrick Laine out day to day if you're just joining us. Lane Hudson inside of his own zone, 8:16 to go in the hockey game. 4-3 New York is your score. Down 2-1 after 2. 3 quick goals here in the third period of the Rangers ahead. This is Gallagher, right wing side around Parsonen. Now around Gavrikov in the right wing corner. Gavrikov poked it away. Novalaba carries it up left wing side. Gains center, fires it in. Radish chasing after it. Montembeault plays it into the corner. Carrier immediately met by Parsonen. Pass up ahead, too far for Evans. Will Borgen will play it to the Canadiens' blue line. Radish worked on by Struble. Up to center, Gallagher looking for Anderson. Pass was behind him. And we get a whistle with 7:42 to go in the third period. Rangers leading 4-3. 7:48 to go in regulation time tonight. Rangers looking for a come-from-behind victory here this evening. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Now through October 31st, SiriusXM is giving away a pair of tickets to every MLB postseason game through the World Series. Listen to MLB Network Radio for the clues to be the first caller to correctly name the postseason hero. You'll receive a pair of tickets to an MLB postseason game. MLB Network Radio has your chance to win on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app. No transportation will be included in connection with these prizes. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB Postseason Heroes 2025. No purchase necessary. Open only to current SiriusXM subscribers prior to September 19th. Just be a U.S. resident over the age of 18.
Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
November 26, 2005, the New York Rangers win 3-2 over the Washington Capitals in the longest NHL shootout at the time, and it was an unlikely hero that emerged for the Blue Shirts in the 15th round with a highlight for the ages.
The league has not scored this year. In on Kolzig. Fake the legs! Oh, the league went between his legs!
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
Mr. Hockey's final NHL goal, April 9th, 1980, the Hartford Whalers at the Montreal Canadiens.
Howe over the line to his father, son to father, backhand shot, they score! Number 9, Father Howe. And they're going to give him a standing ovation here in the Montreal Forum. A tremendous tribute to one of the most amazing athletes in any sport.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
From the Bell Center on a Saturday night, he's Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. Rangers leading 4-3, and Dave down to the final 7 minutes and 42 seconds of this hockey game. Feels like after that stretch of goals, things have kind of settled down again. And what are you looking for here in these final few minutes of the Rangers to push what I think would be a pretty big win for them over the finish line?
If you're the Rangers coaching staff, the one thing you're continually harping on is keep the game in front of you. Meaning, make sure you're reloading, possessions undetermined, make sure you're above pucks. Anything that you don't have numbers with, approaching the offensive blue line, put pucks in. But the bottom line is keep Montreal on the outside and keep the puck in front of you.
Chasing after it is Josh Anderson, who has an assist here in the third period. Mike Matheson at the blue line. J.D. Dobson. He'll fire this down low. Evans behind the Ranger net, eyed by Miller. He's got space. Evans, Dobson walks in, shoots. Diving Sheary blocked it. It went off the netting, and then Anderson tried to stuff it home after it bounced back into play, but Will Morgan said, no, you don't.
A for effort on Anderson trying to sell that. Really nice play by Connor Sheary at the top of the left wing circle. He gave Dobson a little bit too much room, then used the speed to close it up as Dobson went for the shot. Sheary came out, blocked it, went off his skate, and out of play. Face off to the left of Jonathan Quick.
It'll be Mika Zibanejad and Nick Suzuki to do the honors. Zibanejad wins it to Gavrikov. Up ahead, Panarin, who's got 3 points tonight, including his first goal of the season. This is swung in deep, and right now that goal is the difference in this hockey game with 7 to go as Caulfield finds Slavkovsky up the right wing side. He'll dump this into the Ranger zone. Slavkovsky gets there ahead of Fox. Now looking for Suzuki on the left wing. Up top for Hudson. Lane Hudson waits. Dishes now Suzuki left wing circle. Down low Caulfield. Cole Caulfield holding, waiting. Got around Panarin, lost the handle, and it drifts out to center.
Panarin at the last second got his sticking on the hands of Caulfield, and it forced Caulfield to lose the puck, and the puck drifts outside the blue line.
Quick out to settle it behind his own goal to Gavrikov. 6.5 to go in the hockey game. Remember on Thursday night against Nashville, the Canadiens tied it late and won it in overtime, so they're comfortable in this position. Rangers looking to get 3 of 4 points on this trip to Canada. Edstrom working in the right wing corner. Bolduc from his knees trying to kick this up ahead. Carrick will fire it down low. Vakanainen chasing after it. Tied up by Newhook. Kept in Edstrom. Vakanainen, now Carrick, left wing corner. Plays it around the boards. Schneider, right wing side. Shot on the traffic. Saved by Montemo. Rebound Newhook. He'll counter up ahead. Right wing side. He's got Bolduc and Dimidov. Here comes Newhook. Drops it. Dimidov shoots. Blocked by Schneider. Dimidov gets it back. Was looking for Bolduc and went between his legs. And now here comes Carrick the other way. He's got Schneider with a pass broken up by Matheson.
Matheson played that perfectly. All Carrick wanted to do is get it around him. And Matheson used the skating to stay even with Carrick and not allow him to throw a pass towards the middle.
That gets by him, Dave. That's a clean breakaway for Braden Schneider.
Matheson, from the time he played his midget AAA hockey here in Montreal area, Lac St. Louis, has always been rock steady as a defender.
Parsonen at center. Could not get that deep one off the skates of Hudson. Up ahead for Gallagher. Morgan wins the foot race. He'll play it up ahead. Hudson getting inside on Parsonen. Parsonen stays with it. Hudson, Struble. Now Anderson just inside of his own zone. Up ahead, Evans at center ice. Tapped at Gallagher. Into the Rangers zone. Fox, the loose puck out to center. Off the skates of Struble. Anderson had it poked away. Hudson there. But he turned it over to Lafreniere, who inadvertently flipped that into the seats with 4:54 to play in the hockey game.
That's okay. The Rangers actually, I think, needed some fresh bodies. So the fact that Lafreniere put it out of play was not the worst thing in the world. Rangers are going to get some fresh bodies anyway. They're going to get a break in the action.
New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
London Jewelers presents their annual watch fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th from noon to 5 p.m. Experience the latest collections of distinctive timepieces from the world's most prestigious watch brands. From selection to service, London Jewelers is a trusted, authorized retailer for the world's finest watch brands. Join us at the London Jewelers Annual Watch Fair at the Americana Manhasset, Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th. London Jewelers since 1926.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do.
Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Welcome back inside the Bell Center. 4:54 to go in the hockey game. Rangers leading by a score of 4-3. And Dave, I want to go back to a play that we saw just before the break. Mike Matheson may have kept the Canadiens in this hockey game.
No question. Matheson was always one of those players that was just a perfectionist. He wanted to do everything just right. And as his career has gone on, he has settled into just playing his game and being himself. And you've seen the calm, cool composure of his game on display tonight. Matheson has been terrific for Montreal.
Canadiens lost the opener to Toronto 5-2 on October 8th, but they've won 4 in a row since. Rangers trying to snap that here, leading 4-3 under 5 to go. Alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas, as Noah Dobson has it inside of his own zone. Ahead for Nick Suzuki, left wing side, Slavkovsky. Now up ahead, Hudson, broken up by Fox. Lafreniere picks it up, and he'll clear it out to neutral with under 4.5 to go.
No doubt in my mind that this has been Lafreniere's best game as a Ranger this season. He's been active, involved. He's been in the greasy areas. He's defended well, and he's used really good hockey IQ.
Matthew Robertson, first NHL goal and point tonight. Flips this up ahead for Panarin, but the puck was bouncing on him, and Hudson able to find it. But leaving the puck behind was Caulfield. Dobson able to box out Panarin, and Caulfield able to find it. Flip this down into the Rangers zone. Canadiens make changes under 4 to go now. Robertson, Panarin. Steers it into the Canadian zone. Came to Matheson. D-to-D Carrier. Up ahead, Newhook. Right wing side. He's got some space. Here comes Newhook working on Gavrikov. Pulls up. Newhook holds, waits. Now has a man. Carrier walks in, shoots. May have hit Bolduc's stick into the right wing corner. Flip back up left wing side, Carrier. 3:35 to go in the hockey game. Worked on by Zibanejad. Up top now, Matheson. Trying to walk around Panarin, he does. Matheson into the left wing corner. He's got Newhook out in front. Matheson off the stick of Gavrikov, who tumbles down to the ice. Puck's underneath him. Matheson trying to move him. Puck is jarred loose. Now Zibanejad along the boards has the puck tied up. Crowd voicing their displeasure. Schneider finds the loose change. Tries to move it up the boards. It's out of the reach of Panarin. Kept in Bolduc. Steers a shot from the point. Kicked aside to the right pad of Quick. Crowd is furious as Gavrikov took a man down in the crease. And now we got a whistle and a penalty call here with 3:05 to go. Newhook was hauled down by Gavrikov, but I think they're taking them both, Dave.
They're absolutely both going to go. This is a pretty good battle. And it all started, I believe Gavrikov got clipped accidentally by a stick right in the chops. Let's get the penalties.
Montreal 15, New York Rangers 44. 2 minutes each roughing.
bad call because both players were going at it. There was a tackle in front of the net. But it all started when Gavrikov got accidentally clipped in the face in a battle in the left wing corner. And the teams will each lose a man. They'll play 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes.
So 3:05 to go, 4-on-4. As you alluded to, Dave, so a little more space here. Let me ask you this. If we get to it, because it's going to take us down to 65 seconds left, do you prefer with the net empty a 5-on-4 or a 6-on-5?
That's a really good question. 5-on-4 is more like a regular power play. So 6-on-5 can get crowded. 5-on-4 to me is preferred. And if I'm the Canadiens and I've got fresh bodies on an offensive zone control with about 2 minutes to go, I probably grab the goalie.
Off the face-off, Fox picks it up. He's out there with Borgen, Carrick, and Zibanejad. It is Demidov, Valeno, Hudson, and Dobson for the Canadiens.
Remember, with 4 on the ice for the Rangers, it's just one less body that can track down a loose puck and send it towards the empty net, which is why 5-on-4 with an empty net's not the worst thing in the world.
This is Carrick. Had him poked away, Demidov. Now Valeno carries it in left wing side, trying to get away from Carrick. He's forced back out to center. 2:37 to go. We'll keep an eye on Sam Montembeault in the goal to our broadcast right as the Canadiens work right to left. Lane Hudson across center ice, trying to move into a sea of white jerseys. He's still got it now on the right wing. Knocked off the puck by Cooley. Plays it to Schneider. 2:22 to go in the hockey game. Schneider evades Suzuki, finds Fox, up the boards for JT Miller, right wing side. He'll play it ahead for Schneider. Pass was behind him. Picked off Suzuki. Counters up the right wing into the Rangers zone. Suzuki, Caulfield shoots and a kick save by Jonathan Quick. Montembeault looking to go. There he goes. 5-on-4. 2 minutes to go. Net is empty.
Some tired bodies on for Montreal, though.
Caulfield had it knocked away. Miller, Fox, empty net. No, this will miss. And this will be icing with 1:49 to go in the hockey game. 45 seconds left in the 4-on-4 on the penalties to Newhook and Gavrikov.
If I'm the Rangers, I call a timeout now. Adam Fox could barely stand up. Cooley's leaning over his skates. Miller's exhausted. I mean, like, the Rangers can try to waste as much time as they possibly can. But if I'm the Rangers, I might think about a timeout here just to get a breather. Montreal's got fresh bodies. Rangers still have the same 4 out there.
Face off to the left of Quick. It is Miller and Suzuki. 1:49 to go in the game. 45 seconds, 4-on-4. But it's 5-on-4 with the net empty. Hudson at the blue line. He's got Suzuki to his left. That's where he'll go with it. Nick Suzuki back up top lane. Hudson. Hudson waits, holds. Suzuki, bottom of the left wing circle. Eyed by Cooley. Suzuki, 95 seconds to go. Hudson has Slavkovsky in the right wing circle. Hudson. Suzuki doesn't have a shooting lane. Cooley was clogging it. Suzuki. Backhand pass down low. Caulfield out of his reach. Schneider will have a shot at the empty net if he wants it. Instead, he'll play it up ahead for Miller. Now for Will Cooley. The runway's open. Will Cooley, no. Went off the stick of Suzuki and wide.
Great hustle by Suzuki. And Cooley was exhausted.
Everybody standing now in the Bell Center. Bolduc bobbled it for a moment. Quickly gets it back and swipes it down low. Borgen and Slavkovsky. 6-on-5 now with Gavrikov and Newhook freed. Glove down by Suzuki. Final minute of the game. Hudson a shot. It was tipped wide by Newhook. Suzuki trying to bank it in front. Saved by Quick. Another chance. Newhook pushed it wide. Carrick off the boards. Down the ice. Hudson racing for it. This is not going to be icing. They'll wave it off.
Rangers needed that clear big time because they had 3 defensemen, 2 forwards on the ice.
Crowd voices their displeasure. 40 seconds to go. Hudson, Gallagher blazes in right wing side. There's the pass in front. Blocked by a diving Will Borgen. 35 seconds to go. Borgen with a couple of shots on Gallagher. Puck gets out right wing side. Demidov's got it at center. Eyed by Lafreniere. Demidov up ahead. Tipped into the zone by Gallagher. 24 seconds to go. Gavrikov swings it up the boards. Kept in by Caulfield. Down low, Slavkovsky. Now Zibanejad. Will he take a shot? Backhands it to the line. Kept in for a moment by Caulfield. No! Hudson could not keep it in with 13.7.
It was a hand pass. That's what it was. Montreal tried to knock it down, and it was a hand pass. By the time it got to Hudson, it had already been touched with a hand, so the faceoff comes outside, and the Canadiens cannot change.
Good eye, Dave. We just saw it here on the monitor in our booth, and yeah, you can see it. Caulfield got it with the hand, and now got to wonder if we're going to see the timeout here from the Canadian side with 13.7 to go in a neutral zone draw.
So if you're Montreal, here's the only play you have. The faceoff is on their right side, just outside the offensive blue line. You could do one of two things, really. You could try to play lost draw, push it ahead and charge, but you don't have a whole lot of time to recoup it. So more than likely, you try to win it straight back to the defenseman behind you, cross ice to the left wing side, and then you just barrel towards the net and put a shot in front and hope for a rebound. That's about all you can do with 13 seconds to go.
Remember, the Canadiens tied it late on Thursday and then won in overtime against Nashville. The Rangers trying to snap a 3-game skid in which they've played quite well against Washington and Edmonton at home, and then Thursday night in that overtime loss in Toronto. Looking to even their record at 3-1. Canadiens trying to keep their 4-game winning streak alive. They've knocked off Nashville, Seattle, Chicago, and Detroit. Looking for another original 6 win here against the Rangers in the 718th meeting all time. And this one has been a great one. Neutral zone draw, Suzuki for the Canadiens, Miller for the Rangers with 13 seconds to go. This is Dobson off of Zibanejad into the Canadian zone. One last rush up the ice with 7 seconds to go. This is Dobson, 5 seconds. Up ahead, Suzuki, defended by Fox, and the Rangers are going to score a huge come-from-behind win tonight. Your final from the Bell Center, New York 4, Montreal 3.
Canadians tried exactly what you and I talked about, win it straight back and throw it over, but it was originally bobbled. Wasn't a clean win. The Rangers picked off the play. They read it perfectly. It's only Game 7. I'm not sure I can overemphasize how important this win was for the Rangers. Mike Sullivan has said, if we continue to do what we're doing, we're going to score goals. They did what they continued to do through the last few games, and they were rewarded. They got a good game from Quick. Borgen and Schneider and Gavrikov may not get stars, but those 3 were major, major factors in tonight's win.
You know, Dave, it's not just the fact that they won this game after playing well. They were down 2-0, 3:42 into this game, outshot 5-0. It was like a tidal wave in this building, and they settled it down, got a kill, got a power play goal, and then got back to what they've been doing the last couple of games, and they score 3 quick here in the third and find a way to get a big win here tonight.
Quick stabilized the game for them by making every save he needed to. Their defense tightened up, and they went to the net, and they found some goals that they were not getting. But you're absolutely right. There's a lot of hockey maturity that was shown on the Rangers side by not panicking at all, continuing to play their game, and it just goes to show the old adage, you don't play the score. You just play the game, and you play what's in front of you. Rangers did a nice job at keeping this thing under control.
Noah Dobson announces the third star of the game tonight, picked up his first goal as a member of the Canadiens, as they announce the 3 stars here in the building. So, Dave, I got to ask, you mentioned, this is Game 7 of the season for this team, how big of a win this was for this Rangers team. Now they go home for 2 games against a couple of Western opponents in Minnesota and San Jose, and an opportunity before heading out to Western Canada to really get a little bit of momentum going.
No question. If they can get fat at home, that really makes that West Coast trip a whole lot different. And the bottom line for the Rangers is they now go into this game on Monday night knowing that they can't score. They have found it back again. I know that there's this whole thing going on of the Rangers haven't scored at home. I don't think it's going to bother them when they get back home. It's a little bit of a different scenario, but the bottom